Jake Sanderson.
I'm Tim Stutzle, and you're listening to the Locked On Senators podcast.
Your Locked On Senators, your daily podcast on the Ottawa Senators. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the live watch party presented by the Locked On Senators podcast. I'm your host, Jack Richardson, set to bring you reaction to the Ottawa Senators visiting the Carolina Hurricanes, looking for win number 5 in a row. That's right, folks. The Sens are on a heater, 4 games in a row, and we're looking to make it 5 tonight in Carolina. Back-to-back situation, odds stacked against them, but the way this team's playing, no reason to believe that they'll be counted out. They're on an absolute heater right now, playing their best hockey of the season. So hopefully we're able to see another good one tonight. James Reimer getting the start. Talk about all the storylines coming out of the game last night, just before this one. But we do want to let you know before we get started that this is always brought to you by the Gleeb Central Pub. If you're looking for a place that lives and breathes hockey, Gleeb Central Pub is the spot. Right in the heart of the Glebe, just steps from Lansdowne. It's the perfect place to catch every game every night. Great food and drink and even better company. But GCP is about more than just catching the big game. There's something happening almost every day of the week to appeal to every taste. Start your week with Wing Day every Monday, all day and all night. Trivia night goes Tuesday, so bring your crew and put your knowledge to the test. Wednesdays, it's open mic night. Whether you play, sing, or just want to kick back and listen, it's a great way to celebrate Hump Day. Thursday's all about cheap tacos. And of course, Saturday night features live music with no cover ever. Whether it's hockey, live music, or just a night out with friends, make Gleeb Central Pub your home base because, as you know, the vibes are free at the GCP. All right, let's dive right into it. No chance, no reason to beat around the bush here. The Ottawa Senators are on a heater. Like I said, it's about time. Last night was an impressive effort. 4 in a row, matching their season high, which they did just before Christmas, which was ended when they went up against the Buffalo Sabres, who were also red hot at the time. Carolina is not on an 8-game winning streak, which the Sabres were. And the Sens lost that one in overtime. But this is a chance to get their best win streak of the season at a time when they need it the most. Points are important. So let's just see what they're able to do here, folks. I have faith. I actually think that they're going to just roll in. When you're playing this well and rolling 4 lines like that, you should be able to, even if it's against an opponent like this in Carolina. And they owe them a good game. They did not play their best, did not start their best. The last loss, which was against the Hurricanes at home a couple Saturdays ago. And they're just pulling up the standings now on the broadcast. The Sens are climbing. They're climbing. It's still tight, but they've managed to get themselves above the pack of other teams in the Eastern Conference, like the Leafs, the Panthers, the Flyers, the Devils, and the Rangers. Now it's about just getting even closer to that wild card spot by the Olympic break. Obviously won't be able to get in there, but they're stacking points, man. They're stacking points. Lots of runway left if they keep playing like this. And I think this is going to be a huge test. I'm very excited to see what they can bring against this Carolina team. Again, they owe them a good game. So I'm excited about this one again, folks. Appreciate everyone sticking around in the watch party yesterday. Obviously, Pillsy took over for me in the third period, which was when most of the stuff happened. It was a pretty relaxing and kind of quiet game before the third period. And Pillsy took over in the third and everything happened, and he did a great job, and I appreciate him stepping in there so I could go play hockey. For those wondering, I scored a goal and my team won 5-4. So it was a good night for me on the sheet as well. Rode the momentum in, and it just feels better winning. And the beer league team, all of a sudden, don't look now, has won 3 in a row as well. So we're feeling pretty hot over here for my beer league team. So it was worth leaving. It was. I was going to be disappointed if I walked into that rink and we lost, and I was like, why did I leave one of the better games, better finishes? But I thought that game from the Sens last night was perfect. And I know that it wasn't, a sexy win like the one against Colorado or the one against Vegas. Like, they didn't pump Pittsburgh, but I thought it was a solid road game against a team that was hot in Pittsburgh that had won 6 straight. Like I mentioned, the Sabres ended the Sens streak in December because they were a hot team. And this time the Sens didn't let that end their winning streak. They extended it, beat a hot team, and now they got a chance to keep it rolling against Carolina. A win tonight would just really, really solidify the confidence in this group. And then you look at the 4 or 5 teams that they would have beaten over this stretch, and you feel pretty confident about where this team is headed and feel good about the stretch run. But again, back-to-back is tough, but I just think that with the Olympic break next week. You only have 2 more games now before the break. Most of these guys are getting an extended break. Even the Olympians, like Timmy, and I know that Canada plays next Thursday, I think. So it's still some time off. You can get to rest and recuperate. So the actual games don't start for a while for the Olympians. So there is some kind of natural break for all these players. And I just expect the Sens to kind of continue that momentum from last night. The way they're playing is so efficient, man. I'm so impressed with the way they're rolling as a 5-man unit. And obviously, James Reimer going to have to help him out a little bit. But they did that last night with Linus Ullmark. So I'm excited to see what they can bring tonight. So tonight we have Pillsy join me in the first period. So we're going to get back to our normal first period. So he'll join right at puck drop. And then Callum, back-to-back nights, joining me again here in the first intermission. So 2 quick guests off the top, and then it'll just be me bringing it home for everyone in the second and the third period. And hopefully we get the chat going. I've had some issues with it, but I think I've got it kind of sorted. And I'm just a reminder before we get started, anyone new to the channel, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Locked On Senators YouTube page exclusively. These streams are on YouTube every single game. The postcast will be live after every single game as well on YouTube and then posted to audio. So if you want it in the moment, fresh right away, then hit that subscribe button. You can get notifications when we go live. And we really appreciate that. And also giving a thumbs up on that button, on that video underneath. And we are just about set for puck drop here. I love local broadcasts, folks. Get right into it. 7:09, they're about to drop it. I'll let you guys know when they drop it, and Pillsy and I will line up our times so that we're synced and we're reacting at the same time. Sens have a chance here to really, really set the tone and really, I think, make a statement if they haven't already. There's Brandon Bussey, who is on an absolute hamburglar run right now. Kind of unfortunate that a team like the Hurricanes gets Bussey. I know they've needed goaltending for years, solid goaltending, but to get a story like that with a guy with those numbers, they're already such a good team. But he was great on Saturday against the Sens. Like, made that, because the Sens did push. They did push, but it was the start that was bad. And here we go. Puck is down, and I'm at about 1950 right now. So that's where I am. And here's a little break there for Dylan Cousins. Nice shot early. Tkachuk backhand. It's loose. Cousins on the side of the net. Wow. Great start here for the Sens. Clev into the net. That goes wide. All over it here, this line. Dylan Cousins hounding the puck again. It's a good first shift. See if that sets the tone here. So Bussey, obviously, like I said, he had a really good game in Ottawa when the Hurricanes made it 2-0 and 3-0. I mean, the first period for the Sens that time was just bad. And I think what we just saw there with the Hurricanes defense behind the net, not knowing where to go with the puck, that's exactly what the Sens have been doing so well, is clogging up the neutral zone, giving no options. The team defense has been excellent the last few games. Oh, and Cousins hit the post, outside of the post there. Good look early. That was a grind of a shift. Shabbat over for Jensen. He gets it all the way down the ice for an icing. So Jensen in the lineup. I think for most Sens fans were quite aware that Nick Jensen did not have the best game on Monday against Pittsburgh. And now I've got Pillsy joining me in here. Pillsy, right back at it, man. How's it going?
Let's go. I mean, we're on a 4-game win streak here. Good start, first shift, a couple opportunities. So I'm feeling good about this one. Right
before we get into it, I'm going to pause if we're not at the same time. So I've got 18:55.
Okay, yeah. So you're a little ahead of me. I'm at 19 that just blew the play down there.
So I've got, I paused it right at 18:55, but it's a whistle. So right when Reimer gets on it, just let me know.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, he covers it up.
Unbelievable. Come on, Jack. Ruin that one for me. And covered.
All right. So we are in sync at 18:55.
18:55.
Perfect. Okay. All right, man. So you took it home yesterday. You saw all the good parts in the third period of that game. Maybe your initial thoughts. I know you did the postcast after you did the show today, but I'm going to get you to do it again, Pillsy, because that's what we do here at Locked On Senators.
Run it back. It never stops. The content machine keeps churning and churning. I mean, that goal by Tim Stutzle was a sweet play. Drake Batherson, nice move, isn't able to score, but creates a good enough opportunity that Shilovs wasn't able to fully get the glove on it. And then Timmy's like a dog on a bone right there with the rebound, gets that in. And then easily the most interesting part of the game was that Claude Giroux goal, Jack. Like, it's crazy to like, both sides are so interesting because Dan Muse, Pittsburgh's head coach, said he would challenge that again. And as it was happening live, I was like, what a dumb challenge this is. But I mean, you never know with goalie interference. So I guess that it's worth the try. Pivotal part of that game, obviously the game winner. And then Shilovs afterwards, he had some pretty strong opinions about it as well. But I wasn't able to see it from their side. And I really think the refs got it right. And even the refs kind of were like, really, you're going to challenge this? Okay, we'll look at it. And they look at it and they're like, no, like Carlson tripped Giroux. That's why Giroux fell and that puck was going in. That's a good goal all day. So I'm glad it worked out the way we hoped and the way I thought it should have and the way that favored the Sens.
Yeah, so I had a different experience seeing that goal. Obviously, I didn't see it in real time. So it was after my game that I finally actually got to see the highlight. And the first thing I noticed, because I knew it wasn't called goalie interference, was the pass from Timmy in the middle of the ice, the batting it out of the midair.
Yep.
And I just thought that was obviously elite, and I'm glad it counted. There's a nice stop by Reimer. And I just thought that, it wasn't that hard of a call, I don't think. I mean, I saw a bunch of tweets just on the timeline being like, there's no way that's goalie interference. But the Sens have had a lot of plays like that this season. There's been a couple goals that have gone in like that have counted. So I think the precedence was there for us. But again, like you mentioned, goalie interference, you never know with the NHL. And it's interesting that in Pittsburgh, I saw a lot of their tweets and their media talking about how that was a bad call. It was a classic. If that happened against my team, I don't like it, I guess, for
probably.
them. But, I didn't see anything wrong. Claude Giroux paying the price there too and getting a huge game-winning goal in Pittsburgh where he likes to score. And it capped off a great performance because I thought they played really well last night.
Yeah, they earned that win for sure. Like that, they've just been
scores.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Holiday, bro.
Fourth line. Let's
come
go.
on, Holiday.
Not a disher. Look at
Not
that.
Not a disher. Send score first. Let's go, Pillsy.
Just as I was saying, they've been playing great hockey and they've earned these results. They pop one in. Let's go.
That's a point shot from Stephen Halliday or from Jordan Spence. Sorry. Oh yeah, look at the disher. 4 goals now for Halliday?
Yeah. Yep. 4 now.
Wow. Right in.
What a tip.
Great tip. Zetterlund in front too. Awesome. Great start.
And I was saying today on today's episode, Jack, like they can get some offense from that fourth line. And
here comes Brady.
First shift.
Stopped.
Nice. Nothing wrong with that there. And also, like Jordan Spence was my locked on player. I want to see him get more opportunities. And when you make plays like that converts to goals, you're going to get those chances. And shout out Halliday and Zetterlund there. Like those are two. Well, Zetterlund's not that big, but he's strong. And then Halliday's a big body. Like those are big, strong dudes boxing out there in front of the net, and you got to get position somehow. You got to create chaos. I also said my key to victory was get some greasy goals. Like they said, that shot was going way wide, but it's good net presence right in front that allows you to get the tip and stay in it. So that's awesome to start this game off like that.
Best part about that is they were in their defensive zone and they brought it back up and then get some pressure. And that's all you can ask for from your fourth line. Like just don't get caved in and then maybe go set up the next line for a shift. But when you go out and score, Pillsy, what they've found with this top 12, or I'm saying top 12, just their forwards is great. I think this is a group that I'm comfortable with for the rest of the season, at least. To be honest, that's without David Perron, who I still think can find a home on one of these lines if need be. I don't know
where Perron fits in. Yeah, exactly. Like who do you take out?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, in the event of an injury, like, he can be looked at as your insurance. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to go out and get a guy all of a sudden. I feel great about it. And credit to Stephen Halliday coming back from an injury like that. Just awesome. Awesome to see. Just resurgent season for, not resurgent, sorry, but just an emergent season for Stephen Halliday. Really needed him to pull through because their forward prospect depth is a little weak, but he's coming in and making an impact on a team that needs it.
Big time. Yeah. And if you're Stephen Halliday, you got to be really happy with how things are going. Obviously, he's worked hard and he deserves it. I'm not saying he's like lucky or anything, but he's shown really good, and I'm so glad, Jack, that injury didn't keep him out longer than it did. I think he just missed the one game, right?
Yep, yeah,
Yeah, just the
Colorado
one
because
game
they
where-
had some time off. They had like it was
Yeah.
the one game on the Wednesday, but they had
That's
all
also
those
lucky.
days off. Yeah. But I did think he was a bit quiet against New Jersey, albeit I was in the crowd, pretty hydrated. But I think I didn't notice him a ton. And then again on last night, he wasn't super active, and that's just a great presence in front of the net. 4 goals, 7 assists in 24 games for Stephen Halliday.
That's solid. Yeah.
So solid. But it's I like that you put that. He's not lucky, obviously. He's earned his look, and he paid his dues in Belleville, produced, had a great time at Ohio State. But with you got to take advantage of the opportunities when they come, and he's doing that.
Oh,
that's a scramble in front there. All right, settle it down, Reimer. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Stay in the blue paint. All right. God, Carolina's a buzzsaw in the offensive zone, eh?
Just in general, like when we were doing the game day preview for today's episode, it's like, where is a weakness on this team? The depth is so good. They play the right way.
I mean, they've been the best team in the Eastern Conference over the last 5 years, I think. I think that I don't have to look at that, but I can just tell you, points percentage-wise, they're definitely the best in the last 5 seasons for sure.
Definitely analytically, they're always so good from top to bottom. And I mean, Rod Brind'Amour, a great coach, and this organization is making big pushes. Like obviously the Rantanen thing didn't work out, but then they also went big on Jake Genther. They were talking about a Marner trade. Like this team realizes they're in a good spot here, and they're trying to make that big push.
Looks like Zetterlund's getting a high sticking penalty. He didn't like it, so maybe they snapped a head back there a little bit, but we'll see the penalty kill go to work here. We don't have any control over the game, Pillsy, but the PK, so I don't want to jinx it here. The PK's been looking good since Mike Yeo came in, just 11 for 12 now.
Yeah, credit to Mike Yeo. And I remember when they did that, Jack, it was kind of an eye roll thing. Like, okay, how much is this really going to change?
The cameras didn't catch any of that. I didn't see it.
Yeah, that was kind of weird there.
I hate that pet peeve.
But and I can't even really tell you what's different about the penalty kill that's made it so much more effective. But since he's taken over, it's done a lot better.
I'll try and point it out right now. I've seen some things, and I not to toot my own horn, but the highest level I've ever played, PK was my thing. I wasn't an offensive forward, so I kind of have an idea of how a good PK should work, specifically on the entries. Like you'll look at Ehlers just walks through them, so I'm not really doing a good job there, but they have done a really good job of preventing setups and entries.
Yep. And
I think that's helping. You look at Amadio there on the boards, like they're doing a lot more of this and battling and kind of playing more aggressive when it's loose. But you're right, though. I can't really notice a tangible difference.
They're still doing the diamond.
They are, yeah. But I think that they're doing. It'd be nice to see them get set up, and I don't want that, but just to see what they're doing. But there's more of this. There's more battling. 2 guys on the puck. Pinto's over there, and it comes out.
And I like that Amadio's getting a bigger role in the penalty kill. I've been calling for that. I've been yelling that they need to at least give it a try, especially with how bad it is. I wanted them to do that right from the start of the season. I said for Amadio's key to this season was be the top penalty killing forward. And now he's getting an opportunity. I wouldn't say he's the top guy, but he's at least getting a chance now.
He's out there early, and here's Gostisbehere down low. Is it in Ehlers' equipment?
Oh, hey.
I didn't like that from Clevin. Did it go in his pants?
It's in someone's pants here because I don't see it.
Hurricanes didn't like that for some reason. I love the way Tyler Clevin plays. He's like the cleanest hard player I've ever seen, Like he doesn't do anything dirty, but his hits are hard.
It's in the skate.
Yeah.
So what are you pissed off at Clevin for?
Maybe the whistle went. I didn't hear, but
that's in there. Good. Holy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, it's right in that little hole. That's crazy.
Jamming away at it.
That's so rare. Like, why are they getting all mad about it? The puck is in his feet. That's a great play by Clevin if he doesn't know where it is. Look at that.
That's so weird.
Get it out of his skates. I don't think I've ever seen that with a puck.
Especially, like, usually you could just wiggle it out there. Is he just going to keep it in there?
He's got to get someone to take it out.
Who is that? Ehlers. That's a guy you want not on the power play. This is a good equipment malfunction.
Nice addition for them, eh?
Yeah, big time. He's my lookout player because he's playing on the 3rd line on this team, and
is he really
nasty? Yeah,
I didn't get all the way
at
through
least
the show
way
today.
They wrote the lines up.
I've been trying like on these watch parties to make sure I make a time to kind of go through what you guys say so I don't double down. And I stopped by Reimer. Whoa.
Good hold. Yeah. Get him out of there, Clement.
Taylor Hall.
And if you remember last game, Jack, Taylor Hall got the 10-minute misconduct. He didn't get to finish the rest of that game. So we'll see if he's a little pissy after that.
He also scored a bit of a squeaky one on Reimer, which was a tough timing goal. That game, I think, was a breaking point. Obviously, with panic button, which we'll talk about, you and I, this period. But that was a bad effort from the team to start, but goaltending sunk them again. Like, he wasn't good at all. So
Agreed.
Didn't help. But they've gotten good goaltending since, and I've liked the way he's looked early on here.
Now, did any part of you want them to play Ullmark again, Jack?
Yeah, one small part of me, only because like I actually thought they were going to do Ullmark tonight. I really thought that looked offside. Good shoulder save. All right, back to even strength here.
Good kill.
So nothing too dangerous on that penalty kill, which was good. They're more aggressive. That's all I'm noticing in the difference. Oh boy, that was a good block. Like a small part of me, I thought they were going to start him tonight just because of how Reimer did against Carolina last time. Ullmark got a shutout in Carolina last season.
Yep.
But I guess maybe they thought the Pittsburgh points were more important, which is fair. And they went with that. And I don't think there's much more to it than that. And maybe it's just knowing that Carolina's sitting there and maybe Reimer's going to see a lot of rubber tonight, maybe just giving Ullmark a bit of a rest. I don't really know. I didn't want to, I was hesitant for back-to-back, but I will say if they put him in, I would have loved it because he wasn't overly taxed last night. It wasn't a hard game for him. I'm generally against the back-to-back for goalie. I'm with you most of the time on that, Pillsy.
Yep.
But in this case, it's a little bit of a, unique situation with Ullmark that I was all for starting him with the limited amount of games left before the break.
Yeah, I wasn't as strong as I usually am. Usually I'm like, absolutely not. You can't do it. And I get all worked up when people start talking about the back-to-backs. But this one, I wouldn't have been that upset about it. I just think this is the better way to do it, though. Those Pittsburgh points were more important. I'd rather have him go up against Pittsburgh, which he did. You get the win. It's back-to-back with travel up against a very good team.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you want to or not, you got to have some sort of confidence in your backup goalie. And you can't just shelter or be scared to use him. Reimer's a vet. He played on this team for years. He's played in this building. Like, obviously, the first game or last game up against the Hurricanes, like we just talked about, wasn't a great game for Reimer. So maybe you're looking at that. But I'd rather Ullmark get the first one up against the team you need to beat more. And then he's a little bit more fresh for that Flyers game, which I almost certainly think he's going to start. And then you got the full Olympic break there. So I do think this was the right way to go. And you want to show Reimer too. Hey, we brought you in because we believe in you. Like you weren't just the only guy available, which maybe that's part of the case, but you don't want him thinking that.
No, and it was the reason they brought him in, and he's stability. He's a veteran presence, something that if they signed him in the summer, I don't think anyone would have batted an eye. Looking at his numbers the last 2 years, it would have been a perfect signing. And in a way, it still is. And also got to remember, Reimer's played well for this team. His record might not be pretty. Save percentage isn't pretty, but the games he's played in, I don't think he's gotten a good effort from the team yet, to be quite honest. So I think that he's due for one, and this is a good start. This might be the second time they've scored first. I'm
the Colorado game, he got a good effort from them, though.
He did. That's right. I forgot he played in Colorado. That was the best effort, but they deserve to, they owe him at least another one.
Definitely.
So, and here they go back on the offense.
And he's been good enough to keep the team at least in it. I mean, apart from that other Carolina game, but geez.
Bussy on his back there. No, you're right. And I think that's just the case and not a bad decision, but let's see what they can get here. I think with the lead, that changes things a little bit for the Sens too. Getting that first goal is huge. And so what I'm noticing, and I know that people might not want to give this coaching staff too much credit, but I think they should, man, because the way this team's played of late, especially, has been so impressive. I know people want Jensen out of the lineup. I agree. But it's hard for coaches to change a winning lineup. It's grooving right now. They know that pairing, even though they're struggling, they can trust somewhat in some situations. They're comfortable. But I'm also looking at Clevin and Spence getting a bit more ice time here, and they absolutely should, because that's a pairing that works. I'm just noticing different strategies game to game. Last night, we noticed going high on Shilovs was clearly in the book. That's what they wanted to do most of the night. Tonight, I'm looking at point shots. They're shooting everything from the point, and that's a bit different already. So maybe that's something they've seen on Bussy, just getting traffic on him.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Of course, they got the Andrew Hammond comparison. We talked about that. It is very Hamburglar-esque. Now, different scenario. You're on a team that was already doing good, and you just happen to step in. But you gotta give a lot of credit to Bussy. He's been very impressive, and he's gotten his opportunity and ran away with it.
He beat his record, the Hamburglar record. That's what that graphic was saying. And there's good defense from Clevin there. Spence gets a little caught in his feet, and here comes Halliday. Stephen Halliday, man, that's so exciting.
Yeah, he's such a good dude. We're so happy for him.
Joining a list here of Senators 4th-round picks in franchise history. You look at Drake Batherson, I believe Mike Hoffman was. Let's call it late round picks.
Yeah, we'll call it late. I think Hoffman was a 5th, and then Stone was a 6th.
Yep, Stone was a 6th. Alfie was a 6th-round pick.
Late. Yep.
I'm not saying Stephen Halliday is a franchise legend yet. Don't get me wrong. Oh, loose puck.
Here we go.
Oh.
Woo.
But it is one of those things, and I'm looking also at we got Montgomery in the system. I like Javon Moore's having a decent season. Like there's some sneaky late round picks in this franchise's history, which is pretty exciting. And Halliday's won.
Well, Jack, like we always say, the draft is won and lost in the 4th round. So
yeah, those day 2 picks, if you can hit on one in 3 years, then you're laughing because they're hard to develop. Oh, here's Timmy.
Let's go, Timmy.
Whoa! Oh!
Bussy is playing aggressive. Let's go.
Oh, what a save! No!
Oh, he was there. That would have been such a nice tic-tac-toe goal. And Nick Cousins, of all guys.
Oh, that's a really nice save. Wow. Scrambling.
Okay, yeah, you've got Bussy scrambling. This is normally a very composed guy.
Shabbat to Timmy.
That was such a good play by Timmy there to get it over.
Can I harp on Timmy a little bit? I know Bussy was there. That? He didn't even look at the net.
Yeah, fair.
And to be fair, Bussy was there.
But Bussy was right there. No, that was the play.
When you're the goalie, you look at the guy not even looking, and maybe it's easy. I don't know. That's such a bang play. That was very close. He's 14-1 at home. He's 893 though. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you got a good team. Jack, if the Sens had 893 goaltending throughout the last couple months, they'd be in a great spot.
They'd be pushing for home ice in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, dude.
And can I say something? I'll get reckless if they win this game, Pillsy. I'm going to get so reckless.
Hey, don't hold it in. Like, you gotta.
I feel like I have to now. Maybe not.
No. We hit low when they hit low. So when they get high, you got to get right up there with them.
So, Pillsy, if I were to tell you after they lost to Carolina last time, when you press the panic button, that was a great postcast. You and I, we might have changed the season here. The postcast we had, you press the panic button. It was an all-time rant. I think it was almost 10 minutes. You were going.
It's too long.
It was beautiful though, because it was perfect. It epitomized the frustrations at the time because it felt like they were wasting a season. And they've now won 4 in a row, up 1-0 in game 5 since then. How are you feeling overall about how their last week and a half has gone?
Really good. I mean, I'm going to hold off from getting reckless. Maybe, like you said, if things continue to go well and they get the dub in this game, maybe I will join you and we'll get reckless. But for now, I'm feeling really good. Like, they're getting the goaltending they need. Linus Ullmark is back. Reimer seems like a competent, stable backup. All 4 lines are clicking. Obviously, you got the Shabbat-Jensen pair that still needs figuring out, but Sanderson Zub are elite. We went over that in depth in today's episode. I love Clevin Spence. They're incredible. I have full confidence in the coaching staff, and I feel like I really tried not to waver. And I think as far as Sens fans go, me, you, Ross, we kind of held strong, and it was like, we can't put this on the coaching staff. And you're seeing it when they get the goaltending. The way this team plays is effective and is a recipe for success. So, like, if they can manage 2 points tonight and then you get 2 points up against Philly, you're going into the Olympic break on a 6-game win streak. The boys, a lot of them, get rest, relaxation. And then other guys, they're coming off an Olympic break where you hope their international teams do good and they can build off that. But this team internally is in a great spot. Now, externally, the out-of-town scoreboards are not helping out. Other teams keep winning. you can only control your own destiny, and they're doing the best that they can right now in this stretch. So I'm happy with things, how they're going recently.
I think too, yeah, this game is important, obviously. And I mentioned right off the top that they can make a statement tonight if they haven't already, with a win tonight, because the Philly game, like, look, it's the last game before the break. Flyers have really struggled. You can't go into that thinking you've got the win, but the Sens are a better team than Philly. They've beaten them twice already this season. That should be a game that they win no matter what.
Yep.
So you look at this one. This is gravy if you win it because of the back-to-back nature of it and stuff. But you get that feeling going into the Olympic break, and it's important because you're sitting on that for 2.5 weeks. Some of these guys not playing hockey, going on your trip, or doing whatever you're doing. It's important to be feeling good about where you're at. And I think they showed the standings just before here. There could be some more movement, but they've finally separated themselves from that pack, albeit it's a small gap. A couple losses and a couple other wins would change that quickly, but they've gotten themselves above that. I know you guys talked about the standings as well today, but it's a good feeling right now with 2 games to go, and they can get themselves, I think, within 5 points max of a playoff spot. I think I could be wrong with that, but that's a good spot to be in. I think a lot of people would have taken that a week ago. So no matter what's happening, have to feel good about how they look. And that's all they can do. They turn it over again.
Bussy is he's not tending the goal tonight.
Starting to look like a waiver wire pickup.
Yeah, seriously.
Finally.
Yeah, I'm feeling good, Jack, and I think this team has earned the results they're getting.
They are, and not to talk playoffs yet, but it does also feel good that this team made it last year, and this isn't like this is to break the curse. So they know what playoff hockey's about. So I think that's important. You know, you've got teams like Buffalo and Detroit that are going to be in the mix here at the end. Did the nerves start to get to them down the stretch after the Olympic break? They could. So I trust this Senators team. One thing I didn't even think about until just now, if they do manage to get in, very likely playoff matchup here with the Hurricanes.
Yes.
If they do get in that one of those wild card spots. So that's something to watch for too.
Definitely. Yep.
Oh, yeah, they're getting a lot of traffic in front, and it's clearly Timmy turnover.
Look at that shot. Oh, man. See that shot speed, Jack? 99.7 miles per hour from Sandy.
I didn't even see it. Oh, Batherson just missed it.
That would have been a 3-on-1.
Yeah. So Timmy turned it over there. The recovery by the team to not even let a chance up there. It's so good. Oh. I want to talk about this line. Giroux, Timmy, and Batherson are finding a groove. In that third period, they were on full display, Pillsy. They've got a legit top 6 right now.
Big time. Yeah. And you're happy with how everyone fits in there. And yeah, 3 of these guys, like, it just seems like they're in such good sync. Like they have such good chemistry. They find each other in different spots of the ice. All 3 of them are confident dual threat guys. Like they all can pass, they all can shoot. They all have that creative offensive instinct too. So it's so fun to watch when those guys are clicking.
Looked like Dylan Cousins took a high stick there. No call.
Oh, that was a weird face off, and then Stahl just kind of somersaults on top of him. Yeah, and Jack, this is a big game too. I don't know if you saw or looked at Money Puck before the game, where it tells you like if you win, these are your odds and how it affects. I think it was like if they win, it goes up by it was like 8.7%, and that puts them over 50% chance of making playoffs. So like
huge.
It is a big swing game here for the Sens.
Yeah,
You're not really concerned with if this goes past regulation, like giving the Hurricanes points doesn't matter. It's just about you finding 2 ways to get points here.
Not concerned with giving points to the opponent, but I will say regulation wins are going to matter. That's the tiebreaker if you're dead tied in the standings. If your record's the exact same, it's the second tiebreaker. I think wins is first. So, but you look at a team like Montreal. I know Ross has harped on that quite a bit. The Sens have more regulation wins than them.
Yeah.
And that I don't think it'll matter. I think Montreal is going to be in the top 3 spot there. Their offense is just too hard to deny. They've got lightning in a bottle this season, it feels like. But anyway, if it does come down to that, you've got regulation wins. They're winning more of their games in regulation than not. So that's a good sign.
Definitely. Yeah. And I mean, come playoffs, like We've seen it. There was a lot of overtimes in that first
killed them.
round series up against the Leafs. You want to be able to have a team that closes it out in regulation.
Your 5-on-5 game. Whoa, nice save.
Nice save, Reimer.
I used to roll my eyes at not, I understood why 5-on-5 mattered. Don't get me wrong. But just when people would single out individual players for their 5-on-5 play, that's when I was kind of, it's a team thing. Yep. It is a team thing. And the Sens are proving that this year. But it matters in the playoffs and overtime because there are barely any penalties called unless it's murder.
Yeah.
So getting that 5-on-5 game, and it's clear this team focused on that in the offseason. That was where they wanted to improve, and the coaching staff and deployment, whatever it was. And it just hasn't resulted in results yet, but it's starting to with this win streak.
Definitely. Yeah. Let's the Hurricanes are putting some pressure on now, Jack. So let's see if they can close out this period.
They are. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice play by Slavin. Wow. He's a defenseman.
He's so good. Yeah.
So good. I have a crazy thing to say. I don't watch every hockey team every night, obviously. Like I'm locked onto the Sens. But I'd say Slavin is the closest thing I can remember to Nick Lindstrom in today's NHL.
Yeah, a little less offense, but the blueprint's there for sure. Like he's one of those guys where like true hockey fans will be watching him and you could just appreciate him. Like it was on display in the Four Nations face-off, like just so how good he is and how hard it is to generate anything when you're going up against him.
That US blue line on the left side, you want to hear their left side? And I know everyone knows it. It's Zach Werenski, Quinn Hughes, Jacob Slavin, and Jake Sanderson.
Who do you take out of that? Like
Jackson Lacombe is there now too.
Offside. Yeah, that's another left.
I like him. I like him a lot. And I know like tongue in cheek here with the Habs and how Lane Hudson wasn't invited, but the fact that guy gets left off, like they have so many options. And then Canada is sitting here bringing Travis Sanheim and Colton Parayko, and like blue line discrepancy for the Olympics is pretty big for the Canadian team.
Yeah, and then you look at goaltending too. Now, obviously, Logan Thompson having a really good year, really good goalie, but like for the States, Hellebuck hasn't been able to perform in big games, so we'll see how that goes. But then if you want to fall back on Ottinger or Swayman, those are really good options too. Those are the other two guys, right? Same as Four Nations.
Yeah, Swayman's having a good season too. I'd imagine they'll probably give him a look during the Olympics, but it's whoever gets hot. And I'm excited. I'm really pumped. I don't know if you caught Connor McDavid's article in the Players Tribune.
No.
So he wrote like it's obviously a person doing it for him and writing for him. I saw a lot of people complaining about it, but it was awesome. If people have time, I recommend it. Just him kind of explaining his feelings going into these Olympics. And it's a good read. It's like 5 minutes, and he gets pretty open about losing in the finals and how nice it was to win against the Four Nations. And anyway, it hyped me up for the Olympics. I'm ready to see this guy on this stage. And I'm happy that he's going to be on our side. Also happy we don't have to cheer against any Canadian Olympians anymore until the Olympics, Pillsy. We had Vegas with Mark Stone and Mitch Marner coming in. We had Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar.
Unless you want to be a Travis Sanheim hater.
I completely forgot about that. And I just said him too. That's my bad. But like no stars. We get to cheer for these guys now again, because it's been a little weird week playing a lot of Olympians.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm so excited. The Olympics can be sick.
It's going to be great. And I'm excited to see the Sens guys there, even though they're not donning the red and white. Like I can't wait to see Timmy on that German team. Nice play by Spence going back there. Sandy, Brady. It's going to be great. But two more games to go.
Lars Eller. Yep. And then we're healthy scratching an Olympian right now. Nicholas Matthew Paolo is a healthy scratch. It's crazy.
Look at Brady down low. Oh, never mind. I jinxed them.
That's something we're going to be watching as this game goes along, Jack, is the down low battles, the board battles, the 50 pucks, because both these teams, their games depend on winning those.
They do, and it's how you sustain pressure. So I don't think this has been a bad period so far, but the Sens have not sustained a lot of pressure. Carolina does a good job at kind of making sure it's one and done.
Yeah, but the pressure that Carolina has had has all been, I want to say, low quality, low risk, I think is a better term. Like
they shoot everything.
But also, like, the Sens are keeping them wide.
Yep.
Any shots they're getting, Reimer's there. Like, I would say this has been a good period, in my opinion, Jack. Like,
no, I'm with you.
Not dominant, but good.
It's similar to the second period against Pittsburgh last night, I thought, because
Yeah,
the Sens were the better team, but they didn't generate a ton of quality. But it was a battle, and they fought through it. I loved watching the Pittsburgh players, and I saw Carlson talking and being like, no, we just played bad and whatever. And like,
Yeah.
I don't know there, Carlson. Thank you for all your years here, but we're happy with Timmy. Pinto can't score, man.
Oh, and Cousins right there too.
Wow. Amadio? Ooh. Pinto just can't buy one. Oh, look at Nick Cousins. Nice play. Not to be outdone. Here comes this line.
Yeah, seriously.
Jake Sanderson going at Jackson Blake, North Dakota alumni.
Yep.
Oh. Sandy in front. So good.
Great play.
Nice stop. Okay. Going right through Sanderson.
That was a tough save because there's a screen there and that goes through the player, like you mentioned. Like, yeah, I'm happy with Reimer right now.
Oh, that's a really nice save on Pinto.
But see, Bussy's like, get that out of there.
Yeah. It's athletic. He's athletic for a big goalie.
Yep. Well, and I think that's why he's so confident going out and playing the puck and doing that, because he's like, I've got the athleticism to get back in position and scramble if I have to. But man, it makes for highlight reel plays, but also you can end up looking real foolish if a team takes advantage of you, like the Sens almost did a couple times there.
Oh, I mean, he just bulldozed them. He's not celebrating.
No, is that because he's hurt or because he doesn't think that's going to count?
There's no way that counts. On first glance, that's goalie interference. Need a replay here. That was a rare lost draw for Claude Giroux. Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
there's no way.
He fully just takes him out. Yeah, no, this is going to come back.
There's no shot this counts.
Because Sandy doesn't push him into it.
Now, was the puck in already? No. No, he's not. He's not able to make a save. He can't even make a play on the puck.
Yeah.
There's no way that counts.
Part of the argument could be that puck was already away from him.
You know what? And here's a moment here, Pillsy. The way the PK looks now, I'd risk it. Go for it, because that's really.
All right.
What?
Hey, I trust Michael King and the video crew for the Sens. They've been really good with it. So
I don't know if I like that. Like he completely decked Reimer. That wasn't like he brushed him in the crease and he didn't have a chance to make a save. He bulldozed him.
Yeah.
I would have challenged that. Ugh.
I think it would have been worth looking at, but they must have seen enough that they don't, because here's the thing, Jack. Reimer's so out of position and that puck's already going in. I don't think the goalie
did it go off Sanderson and in? Maybe that's why. I don't know, man. I just think that's frustrating.
Greasy goals, like I said, that's how this game is going to be decided.
If the Sens scored that and the other team didn't challenge, I'd be laughing. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I think the contact is certainly there. I think it's a situation of where the puck is and how that goes in that maybe changes that. But who knows how goalie interference works in the NHL.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But I do still think that with the way the penalty kill looks, like, go for it. Why not?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Clevin?
Yep.
Oh. Right back on the offense here. This is good. Amadio. It was so good to see him get one last night.
Yeah, that guy was snake bitten for a long time.
Nice stop. That was a shooter against goalie right there.
Yeah, but you got to let him have that shot if he wants it, and he got to be confident Reimer can make that save.
And when you're a goalie too, and you've got the whole like back of the net or the whole side of the net kind of like covered with guys pretending to block a shot, you know that he can't score on that spot, so it's easy to kind of get your positioning. What does the chat think? Do we think we should have challenged that one? I haven't done any looking at the chat. I feel bad.
I think mostly people are saying, "Hey, we got the call last night, so That's karma that it goes this way this night.
Well, if they challenged it and got it wrong, they didn't even try.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's just because of how hard he was hit. It wasn't like, again, I see what you're saying about the way it went in, and maybe that's not worth it. And then you risk going down 2-1. The scars of the PK being bad are still there probably, and maybe it's let's just finish this period strong, get some good chances. But they've done Bussy again.
Yeah, I would keep trying to make him play that puck. I would be putting it in like that.
100%. Brady and Svechnikov. Need a good game from Shabbat here.
Yes.
Because obviously Jensen's taken some heat, but his numbers have not been good either, as of probably the result. But whoa.
Oh, what's going on here?
What? What is this? It's still going?
Is that Timmy?
I think it was Pinto. Timmy just got, I think it was Pinto.
Yeah, that was Pinto, yeah.
Gave them a zone entry, though.
Okay.
All right. Eventful first period.
All right.
Pillsy, I do have a guest coming on here in the first intermission at some point, so I won't keep you around too long. Just get your quick thoughts on that period as a whole. A lot happened.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, let's see what happens here with Pinto first.
Try to take his helmet off.
Just kind of grabs him by the helmet there. What?
And then
he's trying to get away from it. He just keeps shoving him there. Overall, good. This is a really good Carolina Hurricanes team. The Sens got out to the lead. The goal they allow is a super greasy one right there. Not a lot you can do. I've liked how Reimers looked so far. They kill off a penalty. This is all you can really ask for. Like, they've created so many chances. Like, there was 2 other opportunities where you're like, oh man, they're right there, and they made really good offensive plays. So I think that this is something to build on for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Like that's as good of a road period as you could ask for on the second half of a back-to-back against the second best team in the East. All right, Pillsy, that's all I got from you. I might join in the postcast if you guys need me tonight. We'll see what the vibes are like for the win. You're tonight,
always welcome. Hop on if you want.
Appreciate you joining in. Obviously, coming to the rescue yesterday, getting to nurse home another win. You're 2-0 when that's happened. By the way, when I've got a beer league game,
not bad.
You got to keep the game going. So, all right, Pillsy, appreciate you. You can catch him later on the postcast. Brandon Pillar. And we're going guest to guest here, folks. We got Callum jumping right back in with me tonight. Back to back, Callum. Thanks for joining. And how's it going on this Tuesday after doing this back-to-back nights? Are you starting to get used to me already?
Good evening, Richie. Yeah, not done for the week either. I'll see you Thursday as well.
You're gonna miss me in the Olympics. I can tell. That's what's gonna happen. So get your quick thoughts on the way they played. In my opinion, quickly they carried over exactly what it looked like in Pittsburgh. This is just a much better opponent they're playing in the Hurricanes.
Yeah, I thought they created offense the exact same way that they have been the past few games, and that is collectively. Their forecheck is kind of like wave after wave. You know, they have guys funneling pucks to the net with screens and tips, but also guys just, jamming the crease and jamming the slot. A lot of their opportunities came from either bang plays right in the slot or second opportunities. Boosie is just like really, really good right now. One of the worst goaltenders I've ever seen playing the puck. So maybe they can generate some more offense there. But yeah, he robbed Cousins. He robbed Pinto. Robbed the other Cousins. Yeah. No, it was a really good period. And I think that whereas, I mentioned they play really good collective offense, is the exact same thing for the defense. I think that there were some standouts, like Artem Zub has one of the best active sticks in the league, and he was winning a ton of little puck battles that mattered, especially on the PK. I thought Tyler Clevin might have been maybe the best player for them in that period. Activating from the blue line in the O zone a couple of times, but then just handling some dangerous passes super calmly, getting aggressive in front of the net, clearing the net front. And then, I don't mind what he did to Ehlers, is that a bit of roughing? Sure. But, set the tone early, and yeah, he's been great. So I think that was a pretty good period. A few giveaways that I, would have liked not to happen, but, that goal, Sanderson doesn't do the best job ever clearing the front of the net, but it's kind of a fluky goal. And You gotta expect some of those are going to go in when you've only allowed 6 goals in the last 4 games, and that was the first time that Sanderson has been on the ice for a goal against in 5 games.
So I wanted to ask you about that. That was the next question I had. Did you have any thoughts about goalie interference on that? I was a little surprised they didn't even challenge it. Given how hard Reimer was hit and went down, I think maybe they just didn't see it. Maybe the way the puck went in. Pillsy and I were talking about it. I was a bit more on the side of challenge that than he was.
No, I don't think that's coming back because the puck's going in regardless. It's like by the time Reimer kind of potentially has an opportunity to reach back, it's already pretty much on the goal line and then contact is made. So I don't think that was coming back at all. The only thing that I was looking for was whether or not it went off his hand or his shin pad or his pant or whatever, if it was kicked in. I don't know if I missed that or something like that, but no, I think that was going to stand regardless.
To be honest, yeah, Jarvis didn't get credit for it. I thought Jarvis got the goal. It was
Oh,
Aho.
really?
It says Aho on the thing right now, and I don't know if he was even around the net. Maybe they got that wrong, but
did it go in off of Sanderson then? Maybe because it hit something.
So maybe that's why they didn't think it was a challenge. Again, it's a bang bang thing. I just thought that in a situation with goaltender interference and now with a penalty kill that is all of a sudden 12 for 13 under Mike Yeo, maybe you feel a bit more confident rolling the dice on a goalie interference call. But nonetheless, that's okay. It doesn't ruin a period. And I also get the mentality of just, go right back at it, finish the period strong, which they did. I thought they looked good after that goal. But yeah, a rare 5-on-5 goal against for that pairing, a rare face-off loss for Claude Giroux in the defensive zone. Yeah. You chalk that one up, say, all right, we'll move on and maybe capitalize on another chance. I just want to get maybe your thoughts on Callum, because we did a postcast after the last Carolina game, and that was infamously Brandon Pillar pressed the panic button. That was rock bottom as far as it goes for this season. And since then, they've rattled off 4 consecutive wins, get a good start tonight on a tough back-to-back in Carolina. What have you made of their last 4 games and just maybe I know that we've talked, you and I, just about how good this team is, and they just needed to show it over a consistent stretch. I think that they just made a statement over these last 4 games. Whether that's too late or not, we'll find out. But I just want to get your thoughts on what we've seen from the team as a whole, just in this stretch. And it was kind of punctuated last night, or hopefully not punctuated, but just further emphasized last night, it felt like.
Yeah, I think that it's a few things. One, you're getting competent goaltending, and they've just needed something around like in between an 880 and an 890 to look like a playoff team. So you're getting that. And I thought we could touch on Reimer later on. I thought he was great that first period. Secondly, you're getting just all world performances from your best guys. Jake Sanderson, I think the previous week has been his best in the NHL. I thought he was all right last night, but it just 3 games before that were just remarkable. Tim Stutzle also playing out of his mind. Brady Tkachuk is, he looks a lot more like active, a lot more kind of aggressive on the forecheck and winning a lot more battles along the wall, but he's also making good on a lot of offensive opportunities. And the playmaking there is there as well. But I think thirdly, it's the thing that I talk about all the time with this team, like I did at the start of this intermission. I don't know how many teams out there right now are moving as one like the Ottawa Senators. They defend as one, they move up the neutral zone as one, they forecheck as one, and it seems like every single time that a defenseman pinches, there's like 2 guys that know exactly where they need to be if it goes awry. Every time that a forward needs a little bit of help, on a 1-on-2, there just seems to be 2 guys crashing the zone, and he hits the late man, and they get a good scoring opportunity, and then everyone floods the center of the net. It just seems like right now they are the most cohesive that they've been for a very, very long time, and it's a shame, man. It's a damn shame, because where they are at the standings right now, they are one of the few teams that is ramping up to play playoff hockey at the perfect time. I think about the Colorado Avalanche. They peaked way too early. I watched them last night after the game, after the Sens game. I watched them against Detroit, and they had a pretty good third period, but it was just a little too late. Like they were not great the first 40 minutes and just were not hungry enough in the right areas in the third period. Got shut out by a Detroit team that let really was committed to team defense, but it just feels like they're running out of steam right now. And the Senators are the complete opposite. But then it goes to show you how important it is to bank points early on in the season and not do what Steve Stais said and piss away points in the first couple months like the Sens did. So yeah, it really is just a shame because we're watching a lot of really good teams right now play the Ottawa Senators and look like they're inferior. And it has everything to do with the fact that Travis Green has this squad of a lot of really, really good players, not too many stars, and a lot of guys that are lacking a bit of foot speed right now and are making up for it in so many other ways, whether that is just being a good teammate and throwing the body around when you need to, having your head up and making the right pass, moving when you need to move, helping guys out when they pinch, like I said. Everyone's just moving as a singular unit right now, and they're making the most of what they have on paper.
I want to go back to what you said about them moving, and you just finished up with the two as a unit. I did a little breakdown of Timmy's goal last night in the third period, and I think we're going to hold it until maybe something happens tonight if there's more plays to point out. But just noticing the way that they're all five are stepping up for it. And that's why people say team defense. It's not just in the defensive zone. It starts with your forecheck. Last night, they dumped the puck in a ton on the Pittsburgh defense because they were forechecking really well. And Timmy's goal starts with that. They have a good forecheck, force it up the wall. Giroux comes in, Spence pinches at the right time, and then they make a turnover, and Pittsburgh's pulling their hair out because they can't get the puck over the red line. I think it goes to show how important it is to have every guy going. And I like to mention the lack of foot speed because I think up front they have a lack of foot speed. They've got a mobile blue line. They really do.
Yeah.
They have a mobile blue line. I think Zub is probably the worst skater, which is crazy to say because he's not a bad skater. He's good positionally. Jensen's the worst since his surgery, but his game, I think last season showed that he's a pretty good skater. So, they've built this mobile blue line with Jordan Spence back there, with Clevin now, that's able to close gaps way faster than they should need to with faster back checking, forwards back checking. There were a couple of examples in that first period. They just recovered. Timmy had a turnover at the blue line. Giroux was right there. A lot of it. And I like that you pointed that out.
You mentioned how mobile their D is. How many times did we see the puck get back? I mean, the only goal is a pretty good example of Jordan Spence, backs up to get in the perfect spot for a one-timer and places it perfectly for a tip for Halliday. Clevin, again, activated from the blue line, got a great A chance in the final couple minutes there. They had let me just check the shot totals here. You know what? They didn't have actually a lot of shots from the blue line, but the shot attempts were there and they were perfectly placed. And I feel like a guy so the third pairing to me is a really, really good example of how guys have gotten more and more comfortable as the season has gone on. I talked to Jordan Spence a few days ago when they were still in Ottawa. And I asked him you've been in the lineup consistently for months now. And it seems like you have a lot more confidence in how to properly defend on this team. And, it seems like you're not necessarily needing to make up for it with your offensive prowess and foot speed and your gifts in seeing the options open up for you in the offensive zone. And he said this was a completely different style from what I'm used to playing. It genuinely took me a few weeks, maybe even months to figure it out. And it just made so much sense to hear that because I thought there was a lot of second guessing with him in the first couple months. There were a lot of people saying, look at because he scored a couple of times early. He had a few points. I think he had a point per game.
Point per game in 7 games played. It was stretched over 10, 15 games for the Sens, though.
Exactly. And he was in and out of the lineup, and people were like, what the heck is Travis Green doing? And I'm like, I don't know, man. It looked like he was so uncomfortable and really, really did not know where he needed to be in the defensive zone. And I think that had a lot to do also with the fact that, he was playing, I think he was playing a little bit with Shabbat, a little bit with Clevin, and he just wasn't used to his D partners. Now it is working so brilliantly on that third pairing because I think he knows exactly what Tyler Clevin's game is right now, and vice versa. And it's just working out so well. I think that, you mentioned the other intermission. Spence actually plays a lot more like hard-nosed defense than you'd expect, and more than a guy like Jensen does right now. And I think that was not evident the first couple months of the season, but it's becoming a lot more second nature to him, simply because he doesn't have to think about exactly where he needs to be and what's going to happen on this play and what's my role if this, So it's great to see. I forget how we got onto this right now, but
talking about the team defense, mobility on the blue line.
Right.
I want to talk more about that bottom pairing, because Tyler Klevin, I think, deserves some love here from us. I think that he's a guy who burst onto the scene in the playoffs, right? He had a good season, solid, had some moments last year that he maybe wasn't as solid, but he's a young defenseman playing a defensive role, pretty defined role behind Sanderson and Shabbat, like always defensive situations. In his playoffs, he was one of their top 5 players. He was very impactful, helped set up Sanderson's Game 4 overtime winner. But then for a lot of this season, had a tough time kind of getting his legs going, finding his game. Got injured in training camp, got injured again at some point in the season, briefly. We're now starting to see Tyler Klevin get back to why he's so valuable for this team. You look at that guy, and the way he was playing earlier this season, I'd say I'd like a bit of an upgrade there, to be honest, with the way he was playing. But he's really figured it out, and I think helped solidify Spence. So much so, Callum, that Jensen's been a problem this season. I'm surprised he's playing tonight. Most people are, I think. I just think you can't touch Klevin and Spence right now. I don't want to take away from Shabbat and Jensen at the, taken away from Klevin and Spence because of how good they've been and how solid they've been. I looked at the minutes. I don't know if Spence played on the penalty kill, but Jensen had one more minute of ice time, I think, than Spence in that period. I'd imagine that's a closer gap than it has been in games past. So that's something to watch for maybe throughout this game.
Yeah, I think Tyler Klevin, it's weird to me because, 2 or 3 years ago when he first got into this organization, I think a lot of people were a bit down on him because there wasn't really that much offensive upside. Everyone knew he had a cannon of a shot. There were a ton of highlights of him using it in college, but really he was like a mean, tall defenseman who played a really like structured and sturdy defensive game. I think when he is playing his meanest, like he was, early in this period, it really frees him up to open up his offensive game. I think that it has to always start with him like laying a couple of big hits, getting a couple of good breakouts, and then he gets the confidence later on. But when he lays that foundation, he really, really starts to shine offensively. And I mean, I give him a lot of credit, because I think with stay-at-home defensemen, and again, I think he's a lot more two-way than maybe we give him credit sometimes. But for guys that are really defense first, when that is not going well, they really don't have any other way to kind of make up for it. And I think like a lot of kudos to him, because, it was just like 3.5, 4 weeks ago that Detroit game happened, and he was like just an awful, awful performance, pretty much cost them the game, and then turned it around 24 hours later, and he's been brilliant ever since. So I don't know what happened with him, but you got to give him a lot of credit, because it's not easy when you're that style of defenseman to get your game back on both sides of the puck in a hurry.
It's a great point. Great point. Quickly, before I let you go here, before the start of the second period, the German, Tim Stutzle, man. I don't know how to find this. I want to find third period points, third period goals. He's come through time and time again this season in the third period, in tight games. So what have you seen from number 18 as of late, especially, and maybe his two-way game that you've liked a lot?
Yeah, this guy is like just so committed to defense right now. I think that, tonight actually is a pretty good example of how he got too cute a couple of times in the neutral zone with a couple of passes and making the extra move. But it's like he doesn't like slam his stick anymore and throw his head up. He skates hard, back checks, and has some really great one-on-one defense to either prevent a mistake from snowballing, or just get the puck back and live to die another day, right? So I mean, offensively, he's just like on a complete other planet right now. But I think what's freeing him up even further is the fact that he truly, truly understands the importance of defense. And I think, again, like everything goes back to Travis Green right now. It's structure, but it's also getting the most out of players who, before him, and I think Jacques Martin helped out quite a bit, but before him were such one-dimensional players. And Stutzle is just like his overall game right now is remarkable.
When the top guy commits to defense like that, even if it's not his calling, his forte, it's hard for the rest of the guys not to follow in suit. Callum, I will let you go. Second period's underway. Appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you again on Thursday, man.
Sounds good, Richie.
All right, that's been Callum Fraser with the Ottawa Citizen and the Ottawa Sun on the Senators beat, and talking about a pretty solid stretch of play from the Ottawa Senators. So we are back for the second period. Do my best to describe what's happening here. We got a 1-1 hockey game in the second. The Sens and Hurricanes, 11-9 are the shots right now for the Sens they're credited with. And here's Brady at the blue line. He's got some guys streaking. Giroux, oh, they just lost it. They had some room there. G and Timmy got in there behind the defenseman and no one noticed, but they just couldn't connect on a pass. I'll do my best here, folks. It's just me for the rest of the way here. I'll do my best to describe or talk about what's going on. There's Slavin and Timmy. I would imagine Timmy seeing Slavin every shift here. Look at this stretch pass from Jordan Spence up to Tkachuk. Wow. That was close. Almost a 2-on-0 for Giroux and Stutzle in tight. Could have been good, but it's okay. It's good play there from Brady. All right, let's settle in here. I will be looking at the chat here more, so keep the comments coming, folks. I appreciate it. It helps a lot when it's just me. We'll interact with them. I'll do my best to just look at them during the commercial breaks and intermission in the second. There's a shot from Timmy just going wide. And yeah, I like that Callum and I were talking there about Stutzle, and I think that's just a result, this line kind of finding their groove, because the other 3 and 4, really, the fourth line has been good. The other 3 had found some chemistry, and I think Batherson, Giroux, and Timmy showed it for the first time last night. And there's an icing from Sanderson, I believe, just an errant pass. The last night was their first kind of coming out, their best game for sure in the third period there. And it looks like Stutzle was just kind of saying that was my bad maybe on the icing from Sanderson. So top line for the Hurricanes comes out after the icing. Bit of a long shift maybe for Ottawa. Let's see here. First Carolina goal was a lost draw by Giroux. Lost that one, but Reimer swallows it up, and that's all you need from James Reimer. Showing Green on the bench right now. 18:31. That's what I'm at. If anyone wants to sync up and watch in unison, let's say, then that's what I'm seeing on my screen right now. 18:31. Another save by Reimer from a point shot. Carolina has no they'll shoot everything, man. They shoot absolutely everything. So I don't think this is going to be another 16-shot night for the opponent for the Sens. This is a good team they're playing. Or they've done it to good teams, but I should say that the team they're playing is good at shot differential. Like, that's what they do. So this is kind of two teams that are good at that going head to head here. Carolina's just been doing it for years. They're a team that knows they're a superstar away, right? Like, they get Rantanen last season. They tried Gensel the year before that. They were in on Marner at the deadline. I wonder if they're in on Panarin. They probably are. What happened there? Is there a whistle? Eller went hard into the boards there. That looked like it didn't feel good. Joking around with Shabbat there. I think he tripped on his own skates. Kind of a weird play. Yeah, I really appreciate Callum coming on during these intermissions. His insight is always great, and I love that he's on the beat now for the team. Great presence to have there, covering the Sens. All right, back at it here. A lot of whistles early in the second. That's okay. We don't mind whistles. I think just keeping this game close is all I'm looking for from the Sens. Just keep it tight and give yourself a chance in the third period, but there's a lot of hockey to go before that. So they can't be thinking about that. I can, though, because I'm not playing. Fourth line getting some positive minutes, man. Halliday, that's a big goal for him. Going out again here. Good forecheck by Zetterlund. Halliday, off his skate. They've had a couple looks in front. It just goes off their skate. They're not able to bear down and get a stick on it or anything. Now Halliday's got some space. Takes it up. Oh, he turned it over. 2-on-1 here. Hall, Stankoven. Can't get a stick on it either. Both teams having some trouble right now doing that. Halliday up to Timmy. He gets stopped at the blue line. Tripped. There's a stick in his skates. And there's no call. It was a nice pass by Eller. Yeah, Halliday just wasn't ready. That was a tough turnover by Halliday, though. He got lucky on that one. Feel like that could have been a call for Stutzle, but that's okay. There's a Tkachuk line out there with Jensen and Shabbat now. Yeah, Carolina, like, obviously, I think I downplayed how good they are last time they played. And it wasn't because I was thinking that. I just was talking about the playoffs or something like that. But they're a dominant team. And I know for a fact, best team in the East in the last 5 years for sure. They're always top 2 in their division. Just can't get over the hump in the playoffs. And that hump has been the Florida Panthers the last few seasons. But a team that if they won the cup this season, I don't think anyone would be surprised. Here's Ehlers out front, didn't shoot. Some pressure now against this line and deep pairing. Hammered wide. Miller cross ice. Nothing. Brady just takes Jordan Stahl down. Wow. Big play by Tkachuk. He's gone at Jordan Stahl a couple times. Guess there's some bad blood there. They don't like each other. Captain on captain. Jordan Stahl, the most unrecognized captain in the league. And when I say that, I mean, is he the guy in the league where you list all the captains and you're like, oh, he's the captain? I forgot about that, you know? I'd say he's up there. Boone Jenner in Columbus. It's another one. Don't think the Sens have a shot here in the second yet. It's been a lot of Carolina puck possession, which I did expect. We just got to keep this game close. A lot's going to be asked of them defensively in this one, I think. Here's Nick Cousins with some space. To Pinto. Stopped. Rebound. It's loose. Zoob in the slot. Oh, my goodness. The scrambles this team's had. Sanderson up top. Blocked. Rebound. Pinto can't get it. The grade A chances have been there tonight. They might not have possession, but they're getting some looks. Sanderson stretch pass. Here's Timmy with some space. Blocked. Oh, what a block. And now here comes Carolina, 2-on-1. Kanyemi, it's blocked by Clevin. Nice play. And Timmy's off to the races again, out of the air. Back to Giroux, to Timmy. Stopped by Bussy. Wow, pace just picked up crazy. Like crazy there. Spence and Clevin have been great. And Spence just blew a tire, though. And now here comes Carolina. Clevin, great defense on Kotkaniemi. Wow. Oh, Carrier behind the net out front. It's loose. And Clevin gets a stick there. End-to-end action. Here comes Tkachuk. Oh, what a move, Brady. Oh. Wow. Silky move from Brady Tkachuk. And he doesn't get it. Like, this end-to-end game, this just opened up crazy in the last few minutes. Shabbat loses it in the corner. Oh, I think it's Taylor Hall behind the net. Moves it up high. Nice save by Reimer. Oh, and Cousins is chasing it down now on Miller. Keandre Miller. Good pickup for the Hurricanes. That guy's a good defenseman. Number 19, though. Don't like that for a D-man. Wow. Great looks for the Sens. Got to bury some of those. Got to bury some of them. But really started to pick up their game there. There's that defensive unit now. Back out on the ice. They're rolling 3 lines here. Oh, and Amadio chasing it down. Nick Cousins is on it. Oh, Pinto blew a tire. And here comes Ehlers. Good play by Amadio. Just in the vicinity, man. Don't let shooter get comfortable to rip it. And that's deflected out of play. By Zub, I think. By Zub. Frantic action there. Crazy. I was actually about to say this has been a little bit quiet this second period. And then all of a sudden, just boom. I want to see that move by Brady again. What a flurry of chances that was. All right, what are we saying in the chat here? Yeah, a lot of great looks, man. The grade A chances are there tonight. They're playing well. They're not dominating possession, but if you dominate possession against the Hurricanes have the flu. That's how I see it. So if you're getting chances like this, then this is a good game so far for me. All right. I gotta collect myself after that. What are all the comments? What are we thinking here? Brady getting some silky mitts from Timmy. I like that. MIJ. I don't know if I gotta get better. The guys are so good at knowing what a username is right away. I gotta figure that out a little bit. Need these chances to drop. I agree. Fitbull there. They gotta bear down at some point. But if the game's close like this, and they're generating like this, I feel good. Pandemonium. Good way to put that. Timmy's flying. Big play from the captain. Here's the replay montages now. Oh, did I hit the post by Cousins? Oh, right on the far post. No way. So close. All right, got to keep it going. Nice block by Pinto in front. So the Sens are generating these chances. And like I keep saying, Carolina's had the puck a bit more, it felt like. But they're not getting any good looks. The Sens are doing a good job collapsing. And when they haven't, Reimer's been there. Reimer's made some nice saves so far. And this is let's just keep it going. Keep it going here. This is a team that's feeling it right now. Pinto bearing down for a face-off here. Clevin doesn't get it out. Oh, it's out front. Nice play by Spence in front of the net. Gostisbehere flips it back down. Oh, Spence spared down, makes a play, though. He almost took a big hit, too. Nicely done. Back into the Sens zone. Got Pinto out there with the fourth line right now. Reimer behind the net. And here comes Batherson now with a bit of space. Gets it across the blue line. Giroux out front to Timmy. Oh, what a save. That's got to be a penalty. There we go. Timmy draws one. Unbelievable save by Busty. This guy is crazy. This guy's nuts. Great pass by Giroux. I mean, he's just a great goalie right now. Like, this is... The athleticism he's showing for that size is nuts. All right, but Sens to the power play. 0 for 5 last night. If there was one negative, and there probably only was the one negative, or maybe Jensen as well, but the power play went 0 for 5. They got to find a way here. The big moment in this game. They've had so many good looks, just got to find a way. Svechnikov gets the penalty. Stutzle's been possessed tonight once again. He looks so good. Brady wins the draw. Nice. Sanderson up top. Aggressive penalty kill by Carolina to get it out. Slavin's so good. What a play. Wow. All right. Effectively a lost face-off then after that play. Oh, no drop play from the Sens. Interesting. They changed that. And maybe that's just because it wasn't all the way down. Trying to fool the Hurricanes a bit. That's different. If they go, we'll see if they dump it here. Let's see if they do the drop pass again. I'm wondering if that was just because of the weird setup. Okay, yeah, they're going to do the drop pass. Never mind. Sanderson's taking it now. Wings it around for Batherson. Down to Brady. He's got it in the corner. Out to Timmy in the slot. Blocked by Jarvis. What a block. Batherson whiffed on it. Ugh. Now here's Carolina. Jarvis in front. Walker just missed it. Took a huge hit from Tkachuk. I think just give the puck to the German tonight. To quote Lillian's Martian, he is flying. So fun to watch. All right, mix of a unit on right now. Shabbat wings it around to Stutzle. He's going to stay out, I think. Shabbat in the corner. Out front to Spence. Nice stop by Bussy. All right, decent power play. I think this has looked better. They're getting shots quick. That's been the MO clearly. Giroux gets it in down to Spence around the net. To Shabbat, up to Pinto, to Giroux. Kind of winging it around right now. Halliday battling in the corner. Using his size, protects it. Nice play by Stephen Halliday. Giroux out front to Spence, nothing. All right. They didn't score. I didn't hate that power play. I think that looked better than any of the ones they had last night. But would love a goal. Would love a goal. That was another big moment. No dice, though. Some nice saves by Bussy. He's been fantastic tonight, once again. Batherson had a couple misplays there. I'm noticing the chat saying that. I agree, yeah. Couple unsure plays. Now Carolina's back on offense. Throwing it to the net. Stankoven falls. Zub gets taken down. Man, the Hurricanes just make smart passes every time in the ozone. Like, I know that one bounced on Taylor Hall, but they always make the right play, it looks like. Good team. Oh, Shabbat's hobbling a little bit. There's Amadio now. Up to Timmy. It's Batherson, Amadio, and Stutzle. Batherson breaking in. He's got space. Batherson! Oh, tried to sneak it in. I don't know if he got anything on that, but he tried to bring that right into the net. Oh, yeah, Shabbat's in some pain. That's not good. Lower body, it looked like for him. Looks like. Okay. Keep an eye on that. Shabbat banged up again. I think Spence has looked good on the power play too, by the way. He had a couple of good puck possession plays there. Just looking, what's the chat thinking about that power play? Yeah, settle it down. I mean, this is a good penalty kill as well. They're playing in Carolina, but still, like, it's got to bear down on some of those chances. Timmy had some looks, man. Yeah, Brandon Bussey looks pretty good once again. But at least this one's closer. It's 1-1. The last one, they were trying to come back. Going on Twitter right now. I've seen that the Tampa Bay Lightning are rumored to be getting Artemi Panarin, and I as an Atlantic Division team, I say, come on, please no. But I'm just looking at posts, by the way. Oh, Shabbat got that right on the inside of the foot. I blocked one like that in beer league last night. I did. That doesn't feel good, and it wasn't an NHL shot, so I'm okay today. But that's a terrible spot to get the puck. Really painful. Really, really painful. Shots are 18-12 for the Sens right now, folks. 18-12 on the road in Carolina about halfway through. They have 13 blocks. They're blocking everything. Here's the fourth line now in the offensive zone, where they've spent most of tonight, having a good game. Eller's on it in the corner. Halliday keeps it going. Oh, doesn't get deep. Here's Miller now up the middle. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, Halliday gave it away. Oh, did they call that? Get out of here. For what? For what? It's his own stick. How is that a penalty? Halliday's not happy about that. His stick breaks. Like, that wasn't Halliday. Oh, that's a brutal call. What is that? Come on, man. Brutal. Oh, he got it for playing it with a broken stick? No. He wasn't, though, was he? Did he swipe? If he swiped, then I get it, but I thought they were calling a trip there. My bad. I didn't actually see if he played it with a broken stick. Jarvis scores. Just like that. Come on, man. Did he actually swipe at that with his broken stick? That feels like a cheap call. Brutal. And instantly score on the power play. Come on. Did he swipe at it with the... I wasn't looking for that. I thought they called it a trip. Reimer's pretty deep in his net there, but I mean... That's been the spot Reimer's been beat several times. Man, I didn't like that. Like, did it look like Halliday? What do we think? What do we think? Do you think that was an okay call? Was that just a dumb penalty by Halliday? Again, I got no broadcast sound, so I'm just going with the graphic on the scoreboard said, and it said broken stick for the penalty, and I'm guessing that's playing the puck with a broken stick. I still think that's a bit of a cheap call. All right, Sens are down now, 2-1. Got to bounce back after that. They've been generating enough. Just got to bear down on some of their chances. And again, it's a special teams thing too. Power play for Carolina strikes right away, and the Sens don't get anything on theirs. So you can look at special teams in this game right now as the difference, even just in this period. Your Cousins down low. Amadio with some space. Wings it around. Right back on the offense. Shabbat's back out there. That's good. It was just a stinger. They lose it. 6 minutes to go. Sens are out shooting Carolina on the road right now. Not hard to, or not easy to do, but they're down 2-1 on a power play goal by Jarvis on a rare penalty call. Here's Stankoven. Doesn't get around Chabot. This is just a situation you don't want to be in, man. When you're going on the second half of back-to-back, you know you're going to be tired in the third period and having to chase the game. That just makes it all the more difficult for them. But got to keep this a one-goal game at least in these next 5.5 minutes. Chabot loses it in the corner. That's a bad play. Mario turned it over. Reimer stopped it. He doesn't know where it is, though. All right. The ice. Oh, not icing. It was right on Bussy. Oh, and here's a break. Jarvis. Nope, nothing. And here come the Sens. It's Zetterlund, Batherson, and Timmy. 3-on-2. Batherson wired it high. I like the shooting mentality, though. Timmy out front. Oh. 18 is making things happen tonight. Wings it out front. Batherson stopped. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The difference in Bussy and how he was out top of the crease. And here's Jarvis. Breakaway scores. Come on, man. God, that's frustrating. Can't score. This Bussy guy is something. This is unlike any other goalie in the league right now. Come on. Frustrating. Jarvis again. Like they got two great looks on that drive by Batherson and he can't bury it. And Sanderson gets beat, which is rare. I mean, I don't know why they started Reimer tonight, man. I don't know why they did that. I really don't. I think that's a mistake. I don't want him to make a save there on that breakaway. That's a tough stop, but he just gets beat clean on the power play. Not much he can do on that first one, maybe. Oh, that's frustrating. 2 quick goals. Really, really frustrating. That Batherson's got to score. Batherson's got to score. He's had 2 great chances. Frustrating spin there. They were playing really well, had some looks, just couldn't score. On that shift alone, Drake Batherson had 2 grade A looks and just couldn't bury it. He's been snake bitten, man. Let's look. Yeah, and Sanderson too, man. Like he got burnt by Jarvis. That's a rare play by Jake Sanderson to give that up. Weird. Drake Batherson has not scored since. Drake Batherson has 1 goal. He scored January 18th in Detroit. He hasn't scored in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is game 8. So not a huge drought yet, but long enough for a guy who was producing pretty consistently for most of this season. And the assists have been there. He's on a 3-game point streak, 4 assists, in 3 games. But man, got to bury some of those looks. Got to bury some of them. And it bites him. That's a swing. And that's a tough play by Sanderson to give up there. Jarvis was moving and he's a good skater, but that's one that you want your best defenseman to have. Jack does need a bagel. It's a really frustrating swing. I still want to see that penalty on Halliday again. I didn't think he used his stick that aggressively in I don't know. Good to see that Holiday penalty. Bussy's been unbelievable tonight. He's been so good. All right, Sens to the power play. Got to find something. Power play has to give them some kind of momentum here. Got to think that they need a goal here. Need to capitalize on this look. Let's see. Big face-off win. Sanderson's got it up top. Such an aggressive penalty kill. Look at this. They're everywhere. Like just immediate pressure up top, and the Sens don't know what to do. Here's Timmy now with Brady. He shoots. Stopped. This goalie is something. This is not the Sens just not being able to score. He's absolutely winning this game for the Hurricanes. Crazy. Could have 3 or 4 right now. Because Shilov's played good last night, but I didn't think that he was robbing them on a lot of looks like this. It was just kind of routine saves, maybe. There's been some grade A looks for the Sens that just have not gone in the net. Watch if Brady wins the draw here. Watch how quickly Carolina gets on Sanderson at the top. It's crazy. He wins it. Oh, not this time. Timmy scores! Let's go! Tim Stutzle, 4-game goal streak for the German. One-timer. Let's go, folks. Come on. Not dead yet. Keep this close. Huge power play goal. Tim Stutzle. Superstar. Similar goal that he scored against Carolina at home, actually. Very, very close. So I was pointing it out, like that first face-off, the Hurricanes rushed right out over to Sanderson. And on that one, they didn't. And he has time, makes a nice pass over to Timmy, and back of the net. We'll take that. Okay. I love a good Tim Stutzle goal, man. What a season. All right, 1-goal game again. All right. Dylan Cousins, Sanderson get the assists on that, on the power play. Power play gets a big goal. Got to keep it a 1-goal game here. There's a look now for Blake. Good play by Pinto. Got to keep this tight. 1-goal game going into the third. Maybe get another one. 3 minutes left. That's a huge goal. Huge goal from the German. Just so many big goals this season. I was saying it to Callum in the first intermission there. Amadio breaking in. Nothing. Wow. All right. That settles me back down. That was a frustrating little few minutes there, but that's a big goal from their best player. Oh, Batherson ices it. Tim Stutzle from Josh Norris's office. Not a good pass either. That was on his front foot. He had to fall for that one. A lot of fun watching this kid this season. My God. And that ties him for 9th on the all-time Ottawa Senators goals list. And he's 24 years old. Awesome. All right. Shabbat, 1 draw in the D zone. Don't get it out, though. Nice play by Stutzle, just batting that out of midair. Unreal. Drew. There's Timmy again. Up high. Sanderson loses it. Okay, keeps it alive. Like, things are happening when the German's out there, and good things. Whoa, Reimer. Oh my God. Got lucky there. Lucky play for James Reimer. That could have been bad. Just rolled right off his stick. Got to make the next save, Reimer. Just got to make the next save. Can't let in another one. Sens got to keep generating some looks. Got to find something. Minute 56 left to go here in the second. Here's Clevin in the corner. Leaves it for Spence. Oh, he wings it around. The Carolina D is there. And he's up for Cousins. And Ridley Gregg streaking. Oh, Cousins couldn't handle it. He had Gregg going hard. Brady all over Slavin. Kind of a sloppy neutral zone play right now for both teams. Halliday goes in on the forecheck. Getting another shift out there. Almost too many men for the Sens. Zub brings it in. Sanderson down to Halliday. Eller. Oh, there was a lane there. Bussy didn't see it. Zetterland. And Bussy grabs that one. 48 seconds left. Good offensive pressure there from the fourth line. Man, that Jarvis goal. That second one. That's tough. Need someone else to step up with a goal. The German's been unbelievable. Need someone else to come through here. Come on. Tying this game going to the third would be huge. Offensive zone draw. Timmy, Zetterlund, Batherson, Sanderson, Chabot out there. They're loading up. Loading up. Big draw for Stutzle. He wins it. Sanderson at the point. It's blocked. And the Hurricanes get it out. Ah, that was out. Chabot just backing up too much. That'll come out of the zone. Zetterlund, John with someone. He's had some legs tonight. I like that they're using him in a few more of these situations. He's looked good. That fourth line has, and he's been part of that. I like that they're getting him up there with Timmy every now and then. Puck goes down in the Carolina zone. And Amadio just took a spill in front. Zub comes out with the puck somehow. And the Sens ice it with 15 seconds left. Okay. That's not ideal. Green doesn't look happy about something. He's got Pinto out there for the face-off, probably on his weak side. And he loses it. Miller to Walker. Doesn't get to the net. Stankoven's got it up high to Hall. To Walker on the half wall. 3 seconds left. Miller in front, whiffs on it. All right. All right. 1 goal game. 1 goal game. And you know what? I will take that. I'll take that considering how that period felt like it could have been off the rails. It's a big goal from Stutzle to kind of answer 2 quick ones from Carolina. I still want to see that Halliday penalty again because I don't know if that was a penalty. I need to find it. And I could be going crazy. I know people are in the chat are probably telling me it was a penalty, but I'd like to see another video of it. So I'm just going to look it up on Twitter, try to find it. Most people are just posting his goals, which makes sense. And then we will get into that period. I'll just take 2 seconds here, folks, and then we'll break it down. No, can't seem to find it. All right, that's all right. You just never see that called. You never see that one called. What are we all thinking? Bussy to me is the difference here. It was a penalty. Let's get over it. I mean, Reimer, like, he hasn't been called on a lot tonight. Like, I'm not complaining about him necessarily, but like there were some times there they could have used a big save and they didn't get one. And look at the other end, they're getting tons of big saves. So it's just natural to have that feeling. I'm not pointing the finger. Like, obviously, all those goals are preventable. It's a bad penalty by Halliday, considering it was, I guess, a penalty from everyone. What people are telling me, it's a bad penalty by Halliday, and then a quick strike, lose the face off, and then Jarvis walks in. This PK doesn't exactly have the legs to stand on when it comes to the reputation, so that's a bad goal to give up. And then your best defenseman gets kind of burnt by a guy who is a fast skater, good skater, but a guy that you expect Jake Sanderson to be able to match, and it hasn't quite been Sanderson's best night. So 2 preventable goals. It's just at some point a save would be good. He made some in the first period. Just need him to be solid now. Need Reimer to be solid now in the third period. I mean, like Bussy looks great. Bussy looks great, but they can push here. They can push. I think that's a good way to put it. Yeah, not unhappy, but it made me question. In the moment, I was pissed. In the moment, I was mad about that. Just because I thought that I liked Ullmark, and then obviously look at how the game went, and like Ullmark, being Ullmark is making those saves. I think so, but it's okay. Pinto and Batherson, one of those 2 guys needs to get a goal. It's been way too many chances for those 2 that haven't gone in. One of those 2 needs to score a goal in the third period. Book it right here. Pointing down, second intermission. Drake Batherson and Shane Pinto need a goal in the third period. One of them or both of them, I don't care. Let's make it happen. Pick up the German. Help him out. Would like to see that Cousins, Kachuk, and Greg line do a bit more. They've been a bit quiet. Get them going, because right now Timmy, Batherson, and Giroux, or whoever's out there with them, they're rolling. They are rolling right now. Four-game goal streak for the German. You just got to dig deep. Just got to dig deep. I know it's a back-to-back and they're tired and whatever, but let's go here. Come on. They do need a guy on the wings, though, with a little bit of scoring touch. Will go such a long way for this team. But that's big picture, you know? Right here, right now, they've got some guys who can put the puck in the net. Let's find it. And I think I'm going to get Ross in here for the second intermission. I'm just going to send him a quick link. Give me 2 seconds. I've gotten the bat signal here from producer Ross, so I'm going to send him a link. We'll get his thoughts on the second period here. I'd imagine we'll talk about Brandon Bussy. Oh, did I just miss the penalty? Were they showing it? Yeah, that's a tough goal to give up on the PK too. Giroux lost his guy there, I think. Jarvis is a good player. I like Jarvis. Yeah, let's look at this third period as pushing for a point. Let's win the period. Win the third period. And Tim Stutzle loves to score. He does. But if you would have told me this last night, after the way they played last night, that they'd be down 1 goal to Carolina going into the third period, I would have taken that again. And I still would take this effort. They've had a lot of great looks. Just got to find a way to score, man. Find a way to bury it. I don't know how much Sanderson played last night. I'm actually going to check. I'm going to check how much he played. He probably played a lot. Because I feel like he's a little tired. He doesn't look the best tonight. Now, given Jake Sanderson's best is still better than most. I like golf. You know, the Tiger Woods, when he chipped it in or something like that, or a long putt, and they're like, better than most, better than most. Jake Sanderson is better than most. He played 28 minutes last night, man. He's allowed to look tired. And he does. He looked like he played 28 minutes last night. Let's be honest. That's a lot. And that's what happened. That's a result of Chabot and Jensen not being too reliable. And that's unfortunate. 28 is a lot of hockey. It's a lot of hockey. All right, as we wait for Ross here, I'm going to just kindly remind everyone, please, to like and subscribe to the page. It goes a long way to help us if you're new here. And yeah, just it's an easy way to get notifications. I watch YouTube all the time, guys. I'm the same way. And when my channels that I want to know post a video or post something live, I want to know right away. I want to get a notification to my phone. You can set that up with a little bell if you're subscribed to the channel. We get live postcasts after every single Sens game right here on YouTube. And these live streams, exclusive to YouTube as well, right here on YouTube. So if you like and subscribe, you can be in on the action first. So we really appreciate it, folks. Smash that like button. Yeah, that's a good point here. Dunrob in Ontario, I agree. Ottawa needs to be careful with passes. Carolina is gunning for knockout hits. It's something that Sens haven't done a ton this year well, is chase leads, or chase down leads. They've been a little, their record's not great when they're trailing into the third period. We know that, but that's most teams, I think. Yeah, I think... I don't think they need to change anything in the way they're playing. They just need to generate. They need to bear down. They need to bear down. If they get some looks, they just need to bear down. I was actually going to say this too. Get right, Sens. I think so. Yeah, Jensen he's better than last night. So he's not noticeable, which is good for defensive defensemen. So we'll take that. So far, anyway, 40 minutes. Gotta just find a way to get a point. It's what the other Atlantic teams are doing, man. When they lose, they get a point at least. So just find a way to power through here. Would be a huge third period, but gotta dig deep. They gotta find something. Here we go. Now we got Ross joining me in here for the intermission. Ross, how's it going, man?
Stop, man. Seen enough Brandon Bussey for a little while, for sure, man. They had so many looks in the first period, especially, but Gotta give some hat tips, but they beat him there at the end of the second. Hopefully, he can build off of that.
Similar goal to what Timmy scored in Ottawa. I think he might have gone top shelf for that one, but really similar play, the 1T. Bussy, to me, he's not like playing a game that the Sens have not seen. They've gotten goalied before, but this is different what he's doing in net. He's
just
swimming all over the place.
Super aggressive, eh?
Oh, yeah. And I like that you mentioned that because on Reimer, the one on the power play, he was just deep. I don't think he expected that pass to get across. But you look at the difference on that goal and Jarvis scores and how aggressive Bussy's being on these shots for the Sens. It's a little tough. I'm not blaming Reimer, but I might have had a in-the-moment reaction after that third goal.
I didn't love it either. And you're looking at the shots. You're like, we got the 25% rule going again. But,
yeah.
I mean, I guess the confidence for me that they can get back in this in the third is that it's not like a classic Carolina shut you out in the neutral or in the middle of the ice, keep you to the outside, make you make quick plays. Like, they're getting good looks, quality chances. It's just bearing down and making them pay. Thank goodness the power play struck there because I didn't want the storyline out of this to be the power play again. So that was a huge, huge goal. I mean, probably not even doing it justice. Obviously, it's pretty hard task just down one. So down two going into the third on the road in that building, you don't even want to sniff it. So yeah, I'm content with how they've been playing. I haven't been at the risk of breaking my TV or anything, but you want to see this point streak, this win streak continue.
I think, the third period's got to be about getting a point. Win the third period, 1-0, whatever it has to be. Like, you can't be thinking going for a win here. You just got to find a way to grind it out. That's what all these other teams are doing, man. In the Atlantic, when they lose, it's in overtime. So just find a way to at least get to OT if you don't have your absolute best. But they're not carrying the play, but you're not supposed to do that against Carolina. But they're, for the most part, preventing high danger chances, getting high danger chances themselves against a really good team in Carolina. Just got to score. Pinto and Batherson in particular have had.
Dude, didn't Nick Cousins? Was it Nick Cousins that hit the post on that rebound too?
It's Nick Cousins, but when it's Nick Cousins, I'm not going to be sitting here harping on Nick Cousins.
Not harping on him, but like he's that close to being a hero right now.
I just think Pinto and Batherson have had enough looks at this point where I'm a bit being like, all right, guys, let's go here. Batherson on that Jarvis shift had 2 great looks in the slot, doesn't beat Bussy, and then it goes back the other way. Jarvis scores. I think Sanderson's a bit gassed. It looks like out there.
For sure.
Played 28 minutes last night. He's playing a lot again tonight. So it's not a reach. That was a huge goal by Timmy, though. Huge goal, but a frustrating few minutes that could end up being the difference in this one. But yeah, man, anything else you noticed there?
No, I'm just fired up for the postcast, man. I want to play the flutes again. I really want this to be one of those galvanizing wins because on this streak, you haven't had a real comeback. Sure, you gave up the first goal against Pittsburgh, but that was the only time they were trailing. They hadn't trailed at all in the previous 2 games, or 3 games rather. So you're at a point now where you're going into the third period trailing for the first time since you started the win streak. Let's see what they're made of. Let's see if they can win in a different way than they have recently. And I think they'll be showing a lot to themselves if they can. Like if they play like they are right now too on Thursday, like they're winning that game against Philly. Like,
not even a question.
Not worried about the way they're playing. This is a hell of a team they're going up against. They don't give you much. Like their first kills were unbelievable too. Like they close out so fast. They got so many smart players with long sticks, like Carrier, Stahl, Martinook. Like they just get their sticks in
Jacob
lanes.
Slavin's unbelievable.
Yeah. So no, I'm content. I would like to be full on Vibecast tonight, but either way, like it's not going to be a roast session. I think they played well through 40 minutes here.
They haven't mailed it in. And on a back-to-back, this is a great effort. This is a great.
Carolina's rested too.
Oh, it's all the things. But one thing I will say, I got a spin zone for you, Ross. I think it's better that they're down by 1 rather than up by 1 in this situation. Not generally. I'd rather they be up by 1. They'd rather be up by 1. Let's be honest. But on the second half of back-to-back, defending a lead against a team like this in Carolina.
You think they'd sit back too much?
They would, absolutely. 100% they would. 100% they would. And it's not even just the way it happens. So I think that the fact that they need to produce, maybe they find a way to dig deep and get a little something, a little less relying on Reimer. But again, I'd rather be up. I'm just saying in this back-to-back scenario, I can see this being a good positive.
Oh, good. I'm still here. I forget that I can't go and the LOSB stats department can't be working at the same time when I'm on my phone. But
you look up the numbers, posts like Their situation numbers?
Yeah. What's their record when they're trailing going into the third? It can't be good.
Find that for you in 3 seconds here.
It can't even be okay. I think it's probably pretty bad.
I think it's bad too. I wish I could know 1-goal games though.
They've got 1-goal games on Hockey Reference, but the problem with that is I usually consider games where there's a late empty net goal 1-goal games. I think that a 1-goal game
100%.
should be a 1-goal game. Like, take away empty net goals for those.
So the Sens, when they're trailing after 2, they are 2-16-2, Ross.
Can we name the wins? I know one. I was boots on the ground. They're trailing in Winnipeg.
They were trailing in Winnipeg. I'm trying to think of the other one.
Was it the Washington game, or did they come back in the second?
They've had a lot of close games in the third period.
Chat, let us know what game we're missing.
We got Winnipeg in there.
Oh no, it was Tampa, first game of the year.
That's right. Were they down after 2, or did they tie it in the second? I think they tied it in the second. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and how about me? I stay hot. I'm saying I'd rather they actually be down than up. They're 2-16-2. But Ross, that 2, if they get an overtime loss tonight, it might be a vibe cast anyway. You know what I mean? Like, go get a point. Go win the period. Go win a period.
Win a period, get a point, go to Philly.
How about Tim Stutzle? My God,
So
man.
nasty.
9th all-time in Sens goal scoring now, tied with Sean McEachran.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say enough about this guy. He's one of the best players I've ever seen put on this jersey. I'm saying it right now. So
He's
good.
unbelievable.
His motor. He doesn't look tired ever.
No, and he had a couple great looks even before burying too. Like he's special.
4-game goal streak for the German, and
then what's that? 8 in his last 11, like plus
that, yeah.
Whatever he gets in this period, probably
his
2
consistency. Like, he'll have a 3-game stretch where he doesn't get anything. He's had a couple of those this year, but he's done such a good job of maintaining consistency throughout the season. You know,
Yeah.
I'm so impressed with it. But yeah, man, this is I'm kind of
and he's all business to it. Intermission, eh?
Yeah, I didn't hear it was.
No, he's just all business.
It's good. It's a business
All
trip.
business.
Business trip. Go get a point on your business trip. I think
Yeah.
I'm starting to convince myself here. Like, let's go show something. You want to make some noise in the Atlantic Division? You got to go get a point out of this game. That's how I see it.
I mean, that's probably in more or less words exactly what Travis Green's saying right now.
Yeah, go prove it. Other teams are doing it. Montreal does it. Montreal was down 2-0 to Minnesota last night. They go and I'm not trying to compare situations here, but we have to. You're chasing all these teams down. It's got to happen. It's got to happen right now. And I'd be
Carolina, as Owen points out here in the chat. It's like they're aggressive all over the ice, and you can use that against them if you can get the turnover at the right time.
And I think they're starting to. Those rushes that they had in the second, man, they had so many grade A looks that looked like a time. I'd like to see Brady get going a little bit, maybe. Yeah, big third period, Ross. Do you want to stick around, or you want to?
I got to run here, give the old baby a little kiss goodnight, and then I'll be ready to go for the postcast.
Dad duty during the game, and yeah, you guys can catch Ross on the postcast. Final thoughts here quickly, Ross, before you head out.
Go Sens, go!
Go Sens, go! Ross Levithan joining me there. Love that from Ross. That's the bump we needed, the dad bump coming in here in the second intermission. And folks, we are almost set here for the third period. A huge period for the Sens. I talked myself into them needing a point. It's been a good effort, but moral victories are done. Go get something. Go win the period. And here's a shot from Carolina early before I even get the thumbnail up. That would be good if they scored right away, eh? Looked like they sailed it high, though. All right. Away we go. Big third period for the Sens. 2-16-2. They threw it up anyway. They threw up the stat anyway. I do still kind of believe it, though. Like, I think the fact that they have to chase the game makes them not sit back. That should be at least early on, because they've generated enough looks tonight to have more than 2 goals this game, and they don't. But there's still a period to play to erase all that. They probably felt the same last night, but they just had a better period because they were tied. They weren't down by 1, but they come in and have a good third period. And here's Brady down low to Greg in the corner, up high to Zub, over to Sanderson. That gets blocked. Broken stick, though, up top. And Slavin turns it over. Oh, Cousin's going to get there. Now back in the send zone, Sanderson gets it up to Kachuk. He throws it up to Cousins, and they get it deep. Okay, that was a decent shift. They almost had a good look there. Now it's the Timmy line. Now it's the German. Having so much fun watching this guy play hockey. Batherson's got to bear down. If Timmy keeps giving him some space and looks like this, he's got to find a way. Spence took a guy down in the corner. It was Aho. Oh, Timmy turned it over. Aho blocked by Spence. Nice. Oh, Stutzle just got buried. Oh, and Clevin gave it away. Here's Jarvis. Stop by Reimer. That's a big save by James Reimer. That's what we were looking for. Big stop. Bit of a sloppy play there for the Sens against the top line, and Jarvis had a chance for a hat trick. Clevin just lost the puck. He stood up Svechnikov, though. Nice stop by Reimer. That's a good save. All right. Clevin flattened Svechnikov. He gave it away, but he flattened him, so it was an impactful giveaway. We'll give him some points for that one. Fourth line out there for a defensive zone draw. And Eller wins it. I know Eller's not providing the offense. He has an assist tonight, but he's not providing exactly the offense you want. But I've liked him, man. He's solid, good on the draw. Can't ask for a lot more from your fourth line center, to be honest. Now in goes Zetterlund on the forecheck. I think Zetterlund's looked good tonight, and he caused a turnover. It's loose! Halliday, this fourth line's been good tonight. They've been good. I mean, there was a D zone draw, and they end up getting an O zone draw. And I know that that's very, it doesn't seem like a huge impact, but as a fourth line, that's winning your minutes, and that's huge in the NHL. And that was close, man. Zetterlund causing issues, Halliday in there. They've got one goal tonight. I'd keep playing them. Keep rolling four lines. Keeps Timmy fresh. Offensive zone draw. Oh, and they lost it. TSN a little slow getting back to the whistle there. Did Jensen keep that in? Nice play. All right, Nick Jensen. The Hurricanes get it down. No icing for some reason. And puck out of play. All right. A lot of Zetterlund love in the chat. Yeah, I like that. He's been good. Travis Green just colorfully said, "How is that not icing? That's a joke." Me and the coach see eye to eye. I agreed with that. Maybe wasn't as adamant about it, but he's still going. I believe he's saying that's an effing joke, Mr. Green is. Eller wins a draw. And Pinto gets it up the ice, and Amadio's onto it with some space here. Amadio? What a move! It's loose! Bussy didn't know where it was! Zub! Oh. Sanderson up top. Good pressure. Nice move by Michael Amadio. Zub to the net. Stop, but there's a rebound. And the Canes get it out. Man, what a play by Amadio. And Reimer freezes it. Bossy's looked a little shaky in the third, at least. Like, he's been great all night, but that was a couple shaky plays. Look at this by Amadio. Oh! No clue where it was. Just keep generating like that. Keep generating like that. Skill move by Michael. I love that play by him. And Zub almost snuck it in too. They're keeping Pinto out there for maybe they had to. I think they had to because it was from outside the zone. The dump in. Zetterlund doesn't get it deep, but he gets it out. Oh, Michael Amadio takes a high stick too, and he keeps going. Michael Amadio drew a penalty to the net. Keeps it alive. And the Sens will go to the power play. All right. Michael Amadio, what a shift. What a shift for number 22. I like how he drew the high stick and he kept going. He kept powering through. Huge moment here for the power play. Can they find a way to get it done? Stick lift by Amadio and then draws the high stick. Wow, right in the face. And he kept going. Oh. Maybe got him in the visor, but I mean, he. All right, here's Cousins. A couple faceoffs now. TSN's been slow too. I don't like that. Batherson down low. Good puck control. Cousins behind the net. Over to Batherson. Sanderson in the middle. To Batherson on the wall. Down to Cousins. To Timmy backdoor. Oh, I think Bussy broke that up. Now Timmy in the corner. They're working it down low now. I like this. A lot more space. Timmy up high. To Sanderson. Over to Cousins. It's good puck movement here, but they gotta start looking. Batherson down low. Cousins up high. Back over to Batherson. A lot of passing. Sanderson. Scores! Jake Sanderson! We got a tie game! The power play! Come on! 3-3 game. Let's go. Dylan Cousins was awesome there. Let's go. Jake Sanderson on the power play. Timmy with the screen in front. Come on, folks. Come on, man. This team. We got a tie game. Down 3-1 in the second. Two assists for Dylan Cousins. 2 points for Jake Sanderson. The power play comes through. Tied game. All right. 15 minutes here. Now we go. Now we go. Amadio causes a turnover. Gets it deep. Michael Amadio drawing that penalty. What a shift that was. Pinto all over it. Hurricanes are going to start coming here, but this is the tie game here. Got to just play, keep playing the way they were. Got to roll 4 lines. Credit that fourth line too. 4-1 their shots in the third to start here early for Ottawa. Wow. Wow. All right, come on. Blocked by Stutzle. What a block. Hurricanes got it again. Good stick by Zub. And it comes out. Oh, Greg couldn't get it to Brady. That was right there. When Tkachuk gets the engine going and he gets going, like it's so fun because you know he senses that there's room. Because he obviously he's not the best skater, but he can get going. It just probably takes him a while to rev it up again, right? For the bigger skaters, but he had some steam there and Greg just couldn't get it to him. But they caused an icing. What a block by the German. Come on, man. Come on. Tim Selke. Oh, just ate it. When the best players do that, doesn't feel good. Tied game. The power play comes through. Offensive zone draw. Greg's got it to Spence. Oh, he sent that through for a deflection. Back down on their own end now. Greg's got it. Over to Spence. Takes his time. behind the net here as the clock keeps ticking. I think they should go for this. Like, they got to keep playing the way they were, and it looks like they are so far. No need to sit back. Sanderson knocks the puck off Martinook. Zub's got it. Up the wall. Oh, Zetterlund was streaking, but Slavin got him. Zub lost it behind the net. Battle for it, and he ties up his man. Here comes Sanderson. He's got some legs in the third here, man. He hurt us in the intermission. What a goal by Sanderson. Zetterlund on it now. No, the Canes got it. Miller gets it deep. Jensen wings it around and misses Giroux, so they're going to ice it. But it looked like he got fresh legs out there, so not a terrible icing, but maybe not quite the matchup the Sens want, depending who Carolina puts out. But again, you're kind of comfortable. Like, obviously, it's not the exact matchups you want, but every line, and maybe not deep pair, so Shabbat and Jensen are out there, but every line has looked solid. So I feel comfortable with whoever's out there. Giroux, it's a tie-up draw. Jensen, and get it out. Okay. I don't know if that counts as a win face-off or a loss face-off. I'm not too sure. Here's Amadio. Beast in this period. Wins the battle. Down low to Pinto. Sends it back down. Sens don't win that race. Reimer out of the net to play it. Leaves it for Jensen. And he's got some speed. Moves it up. And they get it down. Bit of back and forth dumping and chasing here, it looks like. Turnover there. Dylan Cousins has some space. Brady in the corner makes a nice play. Oh, threw it to no one. Threw it to no one. Had some guys, thought they were in different spots. Ah, that's offside. It's doing a good job in the neutral zone right now. Hurricanes are having a tough time getting the puck over the blue line, or the red line even, before running into white sweaters. Sanderson moves it up to Cousins, and they're out. Batherson's got it. He's got a bit of a step. Nice play by Drake Batherson. They get it deep. Here goes Giroux, first on the puck. Clock is ticking down here. Really great third period. First half of the third period has been awesome by Ottawa. Really, really good. Up to Amadio. Takes his time. Curls back. And he moves it. Look at Amadio go. Got some speed. Throws it out front. Nick Cousins. Back up high to Jensen. Oh, that just goes wide. Oh, and Jarvis beats Shabbat. Kinda. Good job recovering. Nick Cousins comes to help out. Boy, Jarvis is sneaky on the rush plays here. Jensen plays it up to Pinto. Under 9 minutes left. Oh, Jensen lost it, and Reimer's going to freeze it. Smart play. A little bit tense there. All right, we got a whistle, finally. Look at the chat here. There's the Jensen we know. Amadio's looking good. Yeah. A lot of love for Michael Amadio. Good. Trying to look for the reaction to the goals. I got to scroll up here. I can kind of get behind this in a way that, like, obviously taking time for the injury. I don't want them to stay with it. I'd like them to upgrade if they can. He's looked okay tonight. He has looked okay. He's looked better than he did last night for sure. So maybe I don't know. I don't hate that there, Gabby. The big boys came through on the power play, though. That's huge. Huge first half of that third period. Jake Sanderson, man. He saw my article about Yakimchuk saying Yakimchuk should be on PP1. And he comes through with 2 power play points to tie the game. Folks, here we go. Home stretch here, under 10 to go. Tie game in Carolina. They've grinded. This has been a good game in a second half of a back-to-back. 5th straight win on the line. This third period's been pretty nice from the Sens as a whole unit. Huge few minutes here. Massive few minutes. After the power play comes through, can the 5-on-5 play carry them to overtime at least? At least to overtime. I'm nervous. These are these games down the stretch, man. This is big 2 points on the line. Pinto wins a defensive zone draw. Nicely done. So battle for it now. Sanderson, Eller, and Zub's on it. Nice play by Pinto. Wow. Shit, I know. I'm on him too. Oh, he iced it though. Oh, he didn't call it. Okay. Take that. I'm on, Pinto's got to score. He's got to bear down on some of those chances. His defensive play, man, has just really found its groove again after that injury. And is a huge reason why they're on this streak. Nice play by Brady. Just maintain it. Don't force anything. Don't need to. It's Bussy behind the net again playing it. And the Hurricanes ice it. I think. Yes. Okay. Forcing icing calls against this team. 17 shots for the Hurricanes on home ice right now. 7 minutes left in the third. Timmy in for the faceoff. Sanderson Zub on the point. And he wins it. To Zub. Gets it through. It's a nice save by Bussy. Man, he's good. Hurricanes ice it again. No icing. Good bounce. Zub's got it. He'll just take it easy. Up to Giroux. Into the zone for Batherson. He's on it. Okay. To the outside. Wings it down. A lot of regrouping for either team right now. I think the Sens have possessed the puck more in this third period, though, than they have in the first few. Doing a good job forcing turnovers. Here's another one. Down low to Amadio. Jensen sift one through, just missed. Here's Sveshnikov. Oh, in the middle, Stankoven, he missed high. Oh, and Shabbat fell on the net. Hurricanes keep it. Blake. Shabbat recovered. Hall blocked by Nick Cousins. And they survive. And Amadio on it again. Gets it deep. Look at Michael Amadio go. That's when he's at his best, when he's doing that. He's back to that kind of game. Needed that goal badly. And icing by the Hurricanes. 5:47 left in the third. Tie game. Cousins in for the faceoff. He's got 2 assists tonight. Spence Clevin on the blue line. And Cousins wins it. Spence just misses the net, but the Sens are on it. Kachuk. Working down low on Keandre Miller. Hurricanes get it, but the Sens are in good defensive position. They get the puck back in the neutral zone. Doing a great job coming back and defending as a unit here. Clevin up for Cousins. Gets it out. Oh, and here's Jordan Staal on a breakaway, and he scores. How did that happen? They're playing such a perfect defensive game. What happened? What just happened? Just a bad change. Oh, come on, man. Such a good period just wasted. Such a good period wasted. How did that happen? Ah, it's a bad change. Spence. Brutal change by Spence. And Reimer gets beat. Wide open. That's just a bad change by Jordan Spence. Brutal. All right, down 1, 5 minutes left. Oh, that hurts, man. That's their first shot, I think, in since the beginning of the period. Frustrating. All right, got to push. They had it. That's so frustrating, man. Too many times that's happened this season. Way too many times. Brutal change. Come on, man. Just dominating possession, dominating the game. That's brutal. If he just stays out there, they're not even making that pass. That's the thing. Like it's like a seas parted kind of moment for Carolina. Like they all game 2 were struggling to get the puck up. Ah, brutal, brutal, brutal change. Again, though, they're getting nothing from Reimer. That's not a goalie game, but you got to look at the stats. It's 4 goals on 18 shots, and they've been grade A looks, a couple of them, but you need a stop at some point. You need a momentum changing save or a momentum saving save, and they didn't get it there. Just ripped it over his glove. Doesn't look confident. Didn't look confident, you know? I think we've got our Reimer goggles on a little bit. Like if that's Levy in that or even Olmark, to be honest, it's a different story because of what we see, what we've seen all season. Reimer's not had very many good efforts in front of him, but he's just being beat. He's being beat on clean looks, which again, don't get me wrong. This is not a Reimer loss right now. These goals have been so preventable, but that hurts. That hurts. You need a save. You need a goalie to make a save. That's all I got. All I got. It's a brutal mistake. It's a brutal mistake. They were looking so good. Just a bad mistake from Jordan Spence. Still time, though. Still time. But gotta start pushing for a goal here soon. That's tough. I want to make it clear, I'm not blaming Reimer for that goal specifically. It's just the big picture tonight. They haven't had a save from him. They haven't had a save where you go, wow, that's a nice stop by your backup goaltender. And 4 goals on 18 shots isn't good. So, like the Jarvis one on the breakaway, it kind of squeaks through him. The Jarvis one on the power play just beats him up high. And that's just a shot on a breakaway by Jordan Stahl, too. Like, don't get me wrong. Good player, but not a, it's not Sveshnikov or Jarvis or Aho out there. Brutal. Brutal. All right. 3 minutes here to try and answer back and tie this one. That was a perfect third period up until that moment. Now we got 3 minutes left. And Carolina's in the Sens zone here with possession. They're just humming around. Sens have kind of sagged after that one. Under 3 minutes to go. Got to get the puck back here. Sent wide. Hurricanes keep it. You got Shabbat and Sanderson out there in their own zone right now. This is what I expected Carolina to do most of the night. In the slot, there's a save by Reimer. Okay. Sanderson gets it. They don't get it back, though. Long shift for these guys. There we go. Sanderson gets it. 2:20 left. No gas for these guys. That's a killer shift that just happened there. Killer. Good steal by Brady in the neutral zone. They got to get possession or a whistle in the offensive zone or something. Icing? No? Okay. And Sens get it deep. Oh, they iced it. Oh my God, they got nothing. No time here. Minute 45, and they iced it. It's just such a backbreaking goal. I'm not trying to be the goalie guy, but and that's an inexcusable mistake by Spence. We'll talk about that because he's had a great season. I've loved Jordan Spence's game, especially as of late. He's been playing a lot more. But if they don't tie this year, that's two plays this season that have cost them in tight games late in the third period that have cost them 2 points in both games where you never know what happens. And we'll see what they can do here. Minute and a half. Here comes Stutzle. Rubbed out on the boards. And a high stick. Minute and a half. Sens haven't crossed the red line with the puck in the last little bit. This is what Carolina does. Oh, this is such a heartbreaker, man. Need a miracle. They've just let so many games slip away late. So many games have slipped away late. And that's going to be the story of the season, I think. Oh, all right. Minute and a half, center ice. Got to win this face-off at least and just go get the puck back. These guys are dogged. Second half of back-to-back. Oh, man. Reimer to the bench. I don't think they even have the puck back yet. Yeah, no, Hurricanes get it out. Got to go get it. Keep dumping it in. Slavin's got it. Missed the net. All right, that's a chance. That's a chance. Minute here. I'd like a timeout from Travis Green. Rest his guys. Surely he calls one here. Because those guys, everyone's exhausted. Doesn't look like he's doing anything. Just missed for Slavin. Actually, that wasn't that close. Wasn't that close. So they won the draw. Sanderson over to Timmy. No timeout, though. Minute left. Giroux in the corner up to Batherson. Giroux now again. Batherson, they're playing catch. Batherson back to Giroux. Downloaded Dylan Cousins up to Giroux. Good puck movement again. Sanderson. Oh, Bussy, what happened? He dove across. Did he trip? That looked like a good look. Did he dive across and save that? This goalie, man. What the hell? What are we doing? Who is this guy? He tripped and made the save anyway. Sens lose the draw. Sanderson keeps. They keep it in. Batherson's got it low. Down to Tkachuk. Giroux's got it. 25 seconds. Sanderson. Blocked. Keeps it in. Oh, hand pass. That's a heartbreaking game. That's heartbreaking, man. They battled back. Oh, and they were so close to 16 seconds outside of the zone. They just can't beat this goalie. Now they call a timeout. He was tripping. Crazy. Like Sanderson, that probably wouldn't goalie interference, to be honest. Timmy hit him in the blue paint. Need a miracle. A face-off outside the zone with this much time left is not enough. Not enough. Like if they lose the draw, it's over. If they somehow manage to get it and then get possession again, it's going to have to be a quick strike, and they've taken a lot of time setting up looks. So they got Tkachuk way out wide, Timmy and Sanderson on the point, Giroux on the dot. That's who you want. He doesn't win it, and Jarvis is going for the hat trick, and he won't get it. 10 seconds left. Cousins goes after it. 5 in the corner. Out front, Brady. Oh, there was a look. That's gut-wrenching, man. Win streak comes to an end on a boneheaded mistake once again. Stop me if you heard that before. Hell of an effort on the back-to-back. Not going to overreact to that one. Oh, but man, they had it. They were looking really good in that third period. And then just a bad change by Jordan Spence causes that game. And that's, like I said, that's 2 times now in the Tkachuk's chance was close. I think time ran out, though. That's 2 times this season that Jordan Spence has missed some kind of just had a mental lapse and lost the game for them on a mistake. And that's Jordan Spence to me. I got to look at it again. Maybe it's the whole line, but obviously you don't want everyone to change. But as the far side defenseman, you got to stay if the puck isn't deep. It's not enough time to get back out there, especially if Carolina's not changing. Just a blatant mistake from Jordan Spence on that change. And it sucks. He's been playing really well. And that third period, man, I was ready to wax poetic about that third period. I really was. That was really special. Stay tuned for the postcast. The boys will probably have a lot to say about this game. A lot happened. But that's all from me. I don't have much more. Appreciate everyone stopping by. Heartbreaking loss for the Sens. Win streak comes to an end, but they put up an effort. That was a really good effort against a really good team on the road. Got to close out the season before the Olympic break with a win on Thursday against Philadelphia. That's a must-win game again. Letting points slip away. That's still, I know they're on a winning streak. I know they've been playing really good hockey. They battled back in that game. They let points slip away there. They pissed away more points, and I'm starting to feel like might be the story of the season, folks. Just games like that. So if you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Appreciate everyone stopping by. Hope everyone has a great night. I'll see you again Thursday for the last game before the Olympics, and stay tuned for the postcast. Appreciate it, folks. Have a good night.